allow the children. It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, and in the torchlight every corner, Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make you shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this man not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, aha.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary.
Let me know if this audio is perfect. If you are watching me on Facebook or YouTube, please let me know before we get fully into this. Share this broadcast.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Maiyegun diary. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Maiyegun diary Politico.
Thank you.
Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun diary.
Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Maiyegun today.
Ani ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun
today. Maiyegun today. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Thank you so much. Share this broadcast like I said. It is going to be an interesting night. an eye-opening session. You're going to love it. I am feeling good about it because something is there.
And yes, we like and yes, we like.
Thank you.
And yes, we like. And yes, we like.
I am also live on TikTok, by the way.
And yes, we like. And yes, we like.
Share this broadcast far and wide. Read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description as well, which is the body of this conversation tonight. Yes. And then don't forget, like the broadcast.
Yes, like
Thank you. So, good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. Now, if you have done all I said and you are just sitting back now to settle down into this conversation, thank you. The rider for this broadcast is the strong move that the Babalawo Ijesha Lamidi Apapa, the one that declared himself the chairman of Labour Party with one single assignment only: dissolve everything you meet in the party and withdraw Peter Obi's case from the court. That is his assignment. When he is done, it will disappear. But there are questions that are now popping up, kind of like Atiku is in the middle. And before this year, Charade election, after the Charade election, even up to this moment, the general impression is Peter Obi versus Tinubu. How? Because Tinubu's people and his camp have dedicated every breath, every resource, every tool in their arsenal to hunt down and shut down Peter Obi. But I have an explanation, or kind of a little bit of an explanation to make to some of you today. Something that, for those who are smart enough, I am not talking to those who are emotionally, who have been emotionally defrauded. Smart people. You will realize that what Nigeria establishment is facing is very, very unusual. The APC, Egbekegbe, escalated, amplified, and weaponized every red line in Nigeria and pushed everyone to the precipice, except for those who are pretending or living in denial. Every now and then, when Nigerians reject the establishment, like you have seen from almost day one when Buhari came to power, the resistance, the rejection, the protest, all they have done is to just label every group something before they shoot them down. I'll give you examples. When the Shiite felt slighted and shortchanged in Nigeria. They publicly expressed it, and what happened? They labeled them potential terrorist group, and they killed thousands of them. Nobody is held responsible for that. They gave them a name before they killed them. When the Nigerians who are Biafrans said, we are done with Nigeria, we want a referendum, we want to leave, they quickly put a tag on them and called them potential terror group, or people that are likely going to start a civil war. That's all they needed, and they killed them, and still killing them. The revolution now happened. Same treatment. The Yoruba nation happened. Same treatment. Just give them a name and kill them. Because all you need to explain to the people that you killed Nigerians who disagrees with the current status quo, rather than engage them, you killed them is because you wanted to save Nigeria. Nigeria can't live, or Nigerians can't experience another life except this particular one that is being foisted on them. No choice. You have no choice, whether you like it or not. This Nigeria, it will remain what it is. They just give them a name to kill them. And SARS happened for the first time. They couldn't find a name to give in order to kill them. They couldn't attach them to either political party, politicians, tribe, religion, and every other nonsense that they always pop up before they kill you. They are Nigerians, so done with Nigeria system, done with the establishment. But with no reason, they still shot and killed them. But they didn't kill their spirits. They didn't go away. Now you have a country with angry people that have been forced to be quiet or die. That's what you have in Nigeria. And this cut across every part of Nigeria. And that is why today you have different groups from every part of Nigeria demanding for different things. It simply means the establishment failed. But the establishment, like the idiots, if you find yourself in a hole, the ideal thing is to stop digging, reflect, and possibly start the healing process of coming out of that pit. So the establishment, rather than do that, they double down. So what name would they give to these Nigerians that have been recalcitrant, that have been so stubborn? No name. Then they decided to go the political way, to fight the establishment in their own battle, on their own turf, even knowing that they have everything to shortchange them. But it was a daring move that has now put Nigeria on this precipice again. So if you're now wondering, why are they after Obi? It is not Peter Obi they are after, but they are wrong in pretending publicly. And this is why, when they tell you why they want to stop Obi, because he's Igbo, because he used to be one of them, because he joined the political party, he's also corrupt, and every other thing they said about him, that is where they are getting it wrong. When you look at those who have kind of camped their anger, bottled their anger, and they decided to use that Peter Obi and his Labour Party as a fodder cayon to launch the final mortal the distinguishing of the establishment. And they did. Look at the damages they have done to the whatever is left of the reputation of Nigeria, simply by participating in a charade that they knew they were going to be rigged out. But they still went ahead. But look at it today. So those who continue to think it's about Obi, what they are doing is they are taking out all options that could have peacefully been a way of easing them out of what they have made of Nigeria before everything explodes. So they brought this guy, Apapa, that is being sponsored by dubious Dapo, the Ogun State governor, through somebody called Arabambi. And guess how much that is causing all this problem? In Labour Party that they declared third, and Atifku that is second is just there relaxing, no pressure. So why? It is just 60 million naira. 60 million naira. And in the course of this wahala. So yesterday, Apapa said, well, it's Channels Television that has been giving them that briefing here, by the way. So Apapa told people that Labour Party has no case against APC or PDP in any tribunal in Nigeria. Yeah. The party chairman, suppose said, after declaring himself the party chairman, after being suspended. But the media in Nigeria is giving him that oxygen. They are giving him that platform to make all of this declaration. Guess what? The people actually backing them gave them lawyers, senior advocate of nuisance. They gave them judges. And there are many, many cases. And I can give you an idea of what you are still to expect. But for why? For somebody who came third. Why not go after somebody who came second? Why not second? Why third? You understand soon. So Apapa said, it was, Labour Party people are saying that it's not just Obi that got rigged. They said that so many House of Assembly, National Assembly seats were rigged too with evidence. The results were changed. So they were in tribunals. Some of them are contesting the governorship elections in some states. So a compromised system in Nigeria. Okay, before we even get to that part of them taking action. So these angry, frustrated, disappointed Nigerians, right, decided to put all of their rage, anger behind the charade that INEC was conducting, but they were denied their voices. But you see, when they decided that, okay, we have protested, they shot and killed us and jailed us, right? Now they said we should go and get voters card if we are not happy with the way Nigeria is being governed. Now we have gotten the voters card, so we don't care, even if Peter Obi have to run as independent. 90% of the people you know as obedient, 90% of them, they don't have anything to do with Labour Party. Absolute nothing. In fact, they have to start training and teaching people that Peter Obi face is not going to be on the ballot. They will not see Peter Obi face. This is the mama, papa. You remember how those their campaigns? Because all they wanted is just, they were so convinced that all they needed was just to kick out the criminals at the top. The rest will set in. Sure, they don't have anything to do with Labour Party. I remember when they were begging PDP. They were begging PDP. PDP, please give Peter Obi this and leave the rest for us. We'll do the rest for you. And they called their bluff. There was no Labour Party in any goddamn thing in this their 2023 charade until this obedience pulled their force and they gave a redundant political party the national fame and international recognition. Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour Party. Before you know it, they started looking for people to fill executive positions in their political parties in their different states. This is to tell you that it was like a tsunami when this is what brought Labour Party to go over APC, PDP, the establishment in Nigeria. This didn't go down well with a lot of people. And that is the truth. So when the establishment now choose to now use a party that is practically only filling a void in what they call their law, there is no Labour Party. So there is no Labour Party without the obedient. You know that. Majority of them don't even know who are the party leaders in anywhere. They just know Obi. And you all know that. So if the establishment is now going, if Tinubu and gang are paying millions of naira to some low-life miscreants to approach court and get different court orders so that they can just make sure that there is no case in court at all, are they not wasting their time? Do you really think, haven't you thought about this? Yeah? That, let me give you the timeline. When this obedient were telling Peter Obi to leave PDP, a lot of people who are like pretending to be patriotic Nigerians, patriotic in the sense that, everybody hates APC. When you say something about APC, you will see the people destroying people's supporters. I'm talking about the SPV boys, the Meccano boys, the articulated looters, articulated, fraudsters. They will quickly come and camp there and make you feel like you are their friend, because everybody hates APC because of what APC is doing. But I have seen them very much on MaiyegunsDiary, Politico, and I've always reminded them that I'm not your friend. And one of the reasons why I said you may disagree with yourselves, all of you who have shown expressly that you are done with Nigeria. Every one of you who have expressed your disappointment with Nigeria, and you have actually publicly rejected what Nigeria represents and looking for alternatives. Depends on whatever you choose, whether you are revolution now, African Wahala, whether you are revolution now, or whether you are IPOB, or whether you are Yoruba nation, or whether you are obedient, or whatever you have chosen. You know what that represents? It represents that, it actually represents that you are all not interested in what the current Nigeria represents, and something needs to change. Now, you can disagree with yourselves, but when you shut yourselves down, when you, out of whatever the Nigerian blood in some of you, whatever it is that is kicking in you, the hypocrisy some of you hide behind that cause you choose, okay? You see, every time you shut yourself down, every time you attack yourselves, or every time you celebrate the attack on any of you, what you don't know is that you are making the establishment win. The more divided you are, the stronger they will remain. And that is why on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, you can only find it unclear if you belong to the categories of those I just mentioned now, right? The categories that believes that you know it better, your own choice is the best way. Those ones are wrong. You are right. When you continue to shut yourselves down, the establishment wins, because without you being united in a way, you can't actually get to them. Anyway, that is why on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I make everybody understand the enemy that got you to believe whatever you believe in today. Whether Nigeria should break up, whether Nigeria should be restructured, whether Nigeria should be a confederation, whatever thing you are, it means you disagree with the current status quo. And that's why I always remind you as well that instead of me that believes that Nigeria, whether you do election 1 million times from this generation to 1 million generation until Nigeria actually break up, you are going nowhere. I believe that. But for those of you who believe that this establishment must die or must be gone before that will happen, you know why I said the obedient are like their karma is because anything, just anything that can actually bring down this particular establishment is for the good of Nigeria going forward. Now, let's come back to this. The establishment is stronger when you chase after yourselves. Remember that. Okay? So in this case, the establishment has been, seems to have gotten it wrong. Let me give you the timeline. They said PDP was going to probably inherit. Number one, when it was looking like no matter what you do, no matter what you say about APC, you are all going to end up in the hands of people destroying people. That put a lot of people off. Then the scam, the propaganda to convince you that it could be better was then started cooking. Remember these angry Nigerians, right? I remember. They started asking PDP to first zone your distance to Eastern Nigeria and leave the rest for us. They called their bluff. Those people destroying people members who initially were pretending to be supporting justice simply because we're talking about APC, at that point, they started going back to their vomit. Their criminal leaders, the highest bidder, whoever can pay more. And they call it gig. Yes, they were calling it gig. You see, injustice around that time started shifting from APC to the people who disagree. There are people destroying people who always be the CME's twin to APC. Now let's cut it short. They told him to leave. All of you, a lesson will be learned. Nigeria politics is not about social media. Nigeria politics is not about this blah, 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 blah. So people started waiting. Which political party is going to go to? Where is he going to pick again? What's he going to be like? Then boom, Labour Party. And like magic, Labour Party with 400 followers on Twitter. Labour Party overnight jumped to over 500,000 followers. And before you know it, these young Nigerians, they now delegated the party work to themselves. Some of them were building websites in order to build their membership base. Some of them were building, redesigning the party logo. Some of them are beginning to pay for party offices. A lot of them started doing the sensitization in their different local government areas. They turned the whole thing around overnight. Labour Party from obscurity became the third force. That a lot of people who pretended that they wanted better thing for Nigeria for years, but when it came to the part of fulfilling that what they represented or claimed to represent, they switched back to the status quo. They quickly jumped on the establishment wagon. Whoever could pay more, and they like magic. People that used to criticize APC, people that used to organize protest against APC, suddenly they just turned every beam after the people they now call the obedient. These guys are so resourceful, that Labour Party became the third force overnight. Strong indeed. So they said, Kolu and his gang, they approached them. Oh, well done. You are doing a good job. In fact, we love the fact that you left PDP. We know that with what you have done, you are a good Southerner, Obi. So now, what we're going to need from you is that we will give you some money in order to continue what you are doing. We know that these young people love you, but it's just social media. You know what I mean? They thought it was just going to help them. Cut down Atiku's chances. They thought he was joking. They thought he was just one of those. So they went for him. They went for the people who are supposed to be the leaders of the political party is now a member of. They went for them, but they forgot what actually gave birth to Obi himself. That it wasn't Obi that woke up one morning and started going lyrical in the media, on social media, telling people what he has to offer them, how he's going to make Nigeria. No. It was these angry Nigerians who have abandoned the entire establishment. They have no trust in the entire, all of them. These are the people who are, this is the force. But till tomorrow, some of you, Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, ombud slaves, sophisticated morons, even your uncles and aunties abroad, the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the crumb eaters, the ass lickers, the crumb chasers, the all risers. Majority of you are as dumb, or you are kind of acting as dumb as your leaders. You continue to to ignore the real force, the real fire, that is burning what you call the obituary, obedience, and every other thing you call them. You continue to undermine them, but they continue to be the main threat that is never going to go away to whatever cook or whatever thing you've cooked and saved. And you think these are the people that will never make you sit back and enjoy whatever you think you want to enjoy from what you have done. Now, I am explaining that to you. Okay? So the establishment is spending money thinking if they take over his party, so after taking over the party, and then shut him down out of the tribunal, or whatever they did, right, then everybody will go away. That's the mistake you did. The moment he left PDP, they will stop shouting, oh, no, it's Charade, nobody go hear about them. By September, they will be gone. How many of you said that? And you are watching me tonight. How many of you said in April 2022, or May 2022, when Peter Obi said he resigned from PDP? How many of you laughed? How many of you actually believe that now this is actually a joke? And how many of you said it to yourself, even publicly, that by September they will be gone? Well, there are many of you who said that, and you are watching me right now. By September, they will be gone. Then you declare Labour Party, you started laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Lesson will be learned. That's the timeline. They will be gone. Nobody will remember them again by December. Abi? December came. But other than them to be gone, they have become the leading political party in Nigeria. All polls, locally and internationally, pointed that they were going to beat PDP and APC. That's exactly what was about to happen. Remember that, oh? So lesson will be learned. Lesson will be learned. The people that claim to be tired of Nigeria, the people that claim that Nigeria needed to be saved, suddenly, they now focus on the other ones who also said Nigeria needed to be saved. A new Nigeria is possible. Do you see the contradiction? So PDP, APC, they now turned on this supposed obedience. Don't pretend that you don't know what I'm saying. A lot of you are sitting down there. Yes, I told them that they will learn lesson. But what you didn't say at the time was that you were going to rig them. You were going to manipulate the whole thing so shabbily that it became a stigma, a tag that has now brought in this certificate of Presidiot Select. Now, well, that's actually not where I'm going. Where I'm going is the establishment that always love to name something, to name people something before they shut them down or kill them. Now, they have named the obedient, and they are now misfiring. I just thought I should tell you, you are misfiring. Because the way you are misfiring is that you are shooting at Obi, and you expected him to have actually died now. You said his political career is dead. I remember how many of you said his political career was dead. Until you have now turned it into, how can we stop him from going to court? That is where I'm going now. From nothing, waste of time, use this, blah, 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 you've called them. To now spending money to get people who have no influence whatsoever on what Labour Party has become, or what the Labour Party scored in an election. Those who have worked tirelessly to sabotage that and still doing so, and the establishment is still paying them to shut the entire, they call it movement. Guess what? They have used different wonderful names to describe these guys. Bayo Ononuga, that Ezibida, he said the obedient tsunami. Senator Eyinaya Abaribe, he said when the obedient wave blew through Abia. Gandola in Kano, he said, we thank God that saved us from the wave of the obedient in the north. All these guys expressed the kind of shock that this 10-month-old group movement have on the entire establishment and still having today. Now, I'm actually saying Apapa, who came from nowhere, Apapa, who came from nowhere, is just doing a bidding or doing a job that he is not capable of doing. From my own observation, from my own point of view, you can't shut something you didn't create down. Do you want to know something? Peter Obi cannot shut the obedient movement down. Do you know that? This is not an exaggeration. No. Do you know that Peter Obi cannot shut the obedient people down? Some of them are saying that before the whole thing got to this, they asked him, "Shay, if they steal our election or mandate, would you stand and fight for us?" He said, "I will go nowhere. I will stand there with you and I will fight with you to the end." Yeah, that's what he told them. And I think he's expressed that recently as well. Let me show you this. I want to drink tea. Ma, take cool my what you call throat. Listen to this.
Your Excellency, me in particular, I have thought by now you've progressed after the which like repeating what you've been doing.
Oh, you know, this is for me, politics is not about office. It is about helping to build a better society. If you're in politics because of office, you shouldn't be. You should be in politics for caring about the good of the society. So it's everyone. I live in here now, I'm going to hospital. I'm going to hospital now to support people in the hospital. Because that's what it's all about.
Because one of your partners, shortly after that election, he went and got to rest.
Well, yes, those who need rest should have rest. Those of us who don't need rest.
So do you get that? So you can't shut something you didn't create down. The reason why, whether you kill them, you can only, by the way, the establishment, even when Tinubu comes, gets inaugurated in a way, and sworn in, there are still going to be millions, and I'm talking about tens of millions, okay? Tens of millions of them that will never see Tinubu as their president. And it is not going to be like before. You know, before PDP or APC, if you lose the election that way, the party members will be like, they will not like you, everybody move on and all that, nobody cares. But the difference now is that when they thought they rigged Obi to third place, sure you get, in a place whereby he can't come and claim to have won. How can you say you win when you are in third place? That is what the question they are asking now. And that is why they are finding it difficult that how come that Obi people are the loudest? So it is just to let you know that it's not just Obi. So if you shoot him down, they still won't go away. So when Apapa that they gave the job to, The establishment is stupid. They are just actually stupid. And I know what they are doing. Let me tell you something. What Apapa came to do is to throw a spanner. Usually, if to say Labour Party should be about the labor force in Nigeria, for you to know how messed up Nigeria is. For you to know that when people say that you can't help Nigeria is irredeemable, okay? And these are the examples. Nigeria labor force, federal and state and local government, you can put them at over maybe 40 million. Sure, you get? When you say labor force, it means everybody working, Abi. In government and all that, if you're a worker, you should normally. Now, if you are not a worker that you are, I would expect that a percentage of, let's say, maybe 70% should be people who are workers that would ordinarily align with the NLC and the political view. Same way you have the conservatives, you have the labor here in the UK. Sure, you get? Some people are not member of a Labour Party here in the UK, but somehow, the policy of Labour Party, because they are workers, they will tell you because of that, they will always vote for Labour Party. No matter how you see them. In Nigeria, there's no policy in all these places, but you would expect a labor force to be all about workers. So if their political view is about workers, this and that, and Peter Obi is the presidential candidate of their political party, you would expect an easy, but that's not Nigeria. That's why they say politics in Nigeria is illogical. It beats all logic. So the only thing Apapa came to do is just to throw spanner. By all means, he is not the chairman of Labour Party. Sure, you get. But the way Nigeria works is, if the political party is in crisis, and the crisis can spread as fast as you can never imagine, because it's all about money. If you mobilize the right people, all they have to do is to get as many corrupt, as many criminally minded Nigerians to stand as party executives, and they will have a media press covering them, and they will make pronouncements, and before you know it, ex parte order will come from a court that will say what those clowns said that you were laughing is real. Don't think what they said is fine now. So you will now have to go back to that court to go and fight until they stop what they have said. But while you are doing all of that, your party will never remain the same again. So now show them how you want to fight the government in power, how you want to be an opposition, how do you want to reclaim back your mandate. But do you know what mistake they are making? I'll keep telling you, is that these guys are not PDP. Okay? These guys are not your regular political party people. These are Nigerians that you have been pushing here and there for the past 8 years, and they have been waiting for a time to take back their pound of flesh. And they found one. And no matter what you do or what you say, if you do it free and fair, they go beat you. You don't get it. Don't use violence. Don't use high neck. Don't use all this falsification. Just do it free and fair. You know what people said? They said that if to say those Tinubu and gang, they really care about Nigeria, that they want to rule. Number one, they will not stage the most violent, terrorized election ever. Because you can't come back from that. You can't tell people to move on from that. That's the mistake you are making. Hey, election is over, let us move on. No, you can't tell people to move on from participating in an election and at the same time conducting burial services. Imagine, you are participating in an election in your country. An election you won't go do. The following day, you don't bury your loved one because they attacked them at the polling unit and they killed your family member. Election, would you remember that election or remember what happened to your family? You go for an election and here you are on the theater table. Operation table. They are about to amputate your hand. They are about to amputate your leg. They are about to operate eye surgery. Because of election, you don't come back from that. You don't. You don't move on from that. Just let's move on. Just the same way some of you are unity beggars. You know, unity beggars. You know, we know that Nigeria is corrupt. We know this country is this. Evil people don't. Let us all just come together. Let us move on. Come to unity begging. No. That's it doesn't work that way. And I think you are about to find out as well. I mean, a lot of you are about to find out because you are beginning to ask questions like, she election. I mean, by May 29, they are going to swear. They are going to swear for Tinubu, and Tinubu is going to be the president of Nigeria. So, do you think that's the end of it? Are you that naive? Nobody's moving on. No. Some of you are telling yourselves right now that, okay, what if Tinubu can't become better person? What if, even though Tinubu he looks evil, everything around him looks evil, everything people are saying about him is this or that? What if Tinubu don't come back and be the best? Hello? You can continue to live in your la-la land. Okay? An horrible tree cannot bear good fruits. Go and check that. Do you understand? A poisonous tree cannot bear any sweet, nutritious fruit. Now death it go bring. APC, Egbekegbe, represents marginalization, xenophobia, jihadism, terrorism, impunity, corruption, state profiling, state targeting, and the rest and none like that. That is what APC, Egbekegbe, represent. They can't bear you any good fruit. Stop living in your la-la land. I know so many of you who were attacking us then that we should wish Nigeria well. Now, because say we know wish Nigeria well, that is why all these things are happening. Bunch of psychos. No, you're not going to take us to that your la-la land, to that your dreamland. It doesn't work that way. You get that? It's because you don't like, we need to pray for Nigeria. All of us that if you don't pray for a country, shut up your mouth, mate. Shut it up. You know why? What about you? If we know how to pray for a country that is being deliberately sabotaged, a system that is being deliberately compromised, if we are not hypocrites to be pretending to be prayer warriors, okay, you believe in that prayer. How far with your prayers? January to December, Sunday to Monday. So your prayer no reach heaven. Oniro, you are a liar. Prayers don't fix country that is being deliberately destroyed. You name names. You will name names of those who are doing it. And possibly you should withdraw your hypocrisy. It doesn't change anything. If people say we don't like Nigeria, what about you will love Nigeria? Say your own love is not enough. Oh, love is not enough, Maiyegun. Oh, really? Tell me about it. What else will actually make Nigeria work after your prayer? When Nigeria has become one of the biggest country with the highest exportation of prayer. Nigeria pray with the export prayer. You don't know? With the export churches. So what else would you like to look for? Matorain, you are a liar. So you can't tell yourself that something that is a poisonous tree is going to bear a sweet, nutritious fruit. You are a liar. But you can live in your la-la land. Ask your uncles and aunties. The ones that lived in la-la land when Bokwari was trouncing them. They were losing jobs. Because Nigeria was turning warehouses to prayer center. Can you believe that? They are shutting down factories to open prayer centers. So people are shutting down factories. They are shutting down, businesses to then turn them to prayer centers so that people can come back in to come and pray for a job. You don't see that one before? 8 years. Continue. But here is the truth. The system is fighting a lost battle. They won the war, but they lost the battle. The real battle that Nigeria and Nigerians are facing is called the battle of justice, the battle of unity, the battle of fairness. And you cannot give any of this if you don't have them. You can't give what you don't have. APC doesn't have it. And that's why they are working towards quenching and conquering every opposition they can get. But have you asked yourselves why? That for 8 years, the only sane opposition against APC in Nigeria are actually Nigerians. Have you noticed that? Or do you need me to remind you? Yeah, we have been the opposition. Or have you seen any PDP member? Or have you seen any Kwakwanso member in jail for criticizing APC? Please tell me. I'm not talking about the thieves that they have compromised on. I am talking about APC members that criticize PDP members, leaders that are openly and steadily criticizing APC. Steady, that is in jail today. Or ever arrested for criticizing Bokwari. They won't. It's always been Nigerians using their different platforms, educating other Nigerians, exposing what should be exposed, telling themselves, and in fact, organizing, mobilizing themselves against whatever they think is wrong in that country. Do you now see why APC is so dumb? Paying people to take over Labour Party, to take over, what do you call it? Paying people to sabotage IPOB, paying people to take over Showore's movement too, and everybody that they consider as an opposition, paying people to break apart Afenifere, paying people to pay any opposition, because all they needed is just name. Oh, who are they? Oh, they are so. Okay. Who is their leader? And that their leader, they agree. The guy no go collect bribe. If you no collect bribe, look for 2-3 people within them. Let's create a faction. Do you know that is why the opposition against the establishment in Nigeria is so sustained? Have you noticed that? Because the people that are against what APC represents are against them genuinely, not selfishly. Yes, we have some opportunists who want to take advantage of everything. Okay, yes, we can do it better. That one is not doing that. Don't listen to them, Charade. Now we be original. No, that one are fake. That one are original, and the rest. Of course, you have opportunists. But that will never drown the voice or the spirit of everyone who have chosen to selflessly object APC. Don't you think? Our politics is dirty gone. That's why they call it dirty. So when they say they will teach them a lesson, they are using the old trick to fight new battle. No. I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to use a different phrase here. There is what you call the old order, where they do things the old way. But you are dealing with a generation that can no longer be lied to. Sure, you get. As we speak today, 99% of those who participated in that your charade election, from registration to the day you started your abracadabra, 99% of them on the side of this OB, which is actually the majority, they don't believe anymore in your system in Nigeria. Institutions, they are just waiting for the judiciary to put the final nail on the coffin of what is known, or what they know, or what they used to know about Nigeria, before they will finally make up their minds. And you are shrinking the space with your fascism. You are naming them, gaslighting them, accusing them of what you are doing. What that means is that you are shrinking the space. Very soon, they will run out of options. I'm talking about your own laid down supposed legal options. They will begin to set their own rules, and they will force you to obey them, including your vuvuzelas. All of you watching me right now, on the side of your oppressors, thinking you are part of the team You know you are not. You are just pawn on their chess table. And fair enough, you are comfortable in that your enslavement. But guess something? Yourself, your oppressors, the establishment that cut across all parts of Nigeria, y'all are going to make these guys run out of options soon. They're not going to go and get voters' card to vote. They're not going to go back into anything because they would have seen everything completely. They are not going to wait for the court to actually give them any justice. At the end of the day, they will set their rules and they will force you to live by it. Yeah, force for force. Because as we speak, what they want Apapa to do, creating this, and the media is already saying, Labour Party factional leader, Labour Party faction this and that. Are you with me? So what they will do is this. I have told you many times, even before the Charade election, I said you are not going to have any election. I used what happened in 2019 as a very much recent example of what you should expect. Then I placed before you all of the candidates and the personalities that are running to be the president and whatever in Nigeria. I told you, you are never going to have an election. You're going to have something that is going to be so insulting that you are going to feel so sad that it's going to make you feel much like you have wasted your time. But when I felt like that wasn't encouraging, because I actually wanted you to experience it before you begin to understand it well. Whether you are a young person, whether you are an old person, whether you don't know much about Nigerian politics and the rest of that, I did my best to make you know that hoping or building expectation on something that is planned to fail is like somebody will be say, you know, say poison in the inside cup, and you still drink them anyway because you have faith that it won't kill you. Sure, you get. That's exactly what I narrated it as, and I also said, but for the sake of the education that all of us need, for the sake of proper conviction that Nigeria cannot be helped, you needed that experience. And I'm happy today. You have proven to the establishment that if you were allowed, you will run them out of town, including all of the power and the money they think they control. Even using the same tool, the stuff they put together, using it to defeat them, you could do that. But they won't let you. I told you they won't let you. A lot of you kind of didn't believe. But you have had the experience now. You have the experience now. You have seen how rigging is done. You have seen how supposedly educated people lying without shame. You have seen that, Abi. You have seen supposed respected people coming on to deny what they are saying. You have seen supposed, right? People who are like, oh, supposed like, okay, you know, I respect this person, I respect that person, and all of that. You have seen them come out, to gaslight the victims and then defend the criminals that you think they were also fighting. You have that experience right now. But there are still many of you who strongly believe there is a court in Nigeria that is going to then do the right thing. I don't want to burst your bubble. Okay? I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want you to think it is impossible, but I just want to tell you what to expect. And then I can advise you to manage your expectation. I'll deal with this blinking. I will be back in a minute or two, okay? Don't go anywhere.
Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Today, I want to declare without equivocation.
Che, help us, help us. There is God. There is God, God. God should descend, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The president come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? No. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. 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 It's okay.
So, whatever you can't, whatever you didn't create, like I was saying, you don't have much chance of changing that. But now let's come back to us who are, all of you are still open. That just maybe, because with all this evidence, double nomination of a shitty boy, the link to narcotic and conviction that leads to forfeiture, Tinubu the drug lord, for a perjury, Tinubu declaring that he didn't have another nationality, and his defense coming out to make a mockery of the whole petition because they are not afraid of anything. They don't believe they will lose. But a lot of you believe that how could they present all of this evidence? And the court is still going to say Tinubu is this Baba, hey, I have to see what I do mostly on MaiyegundsDiary Politico myself is not just to expose the rots in Nigeria. I do my best to explain the rot. I even go as far as sort of a role playing it. I wish I have a co-presenter that I can always co-play, role play with when I'm explaining some situation to you. Sure, you get, like, you will get to understand, like, okay, I will say something, they will say something, and all of that. So my point is, if you are dealing with Nigeria, there are some certain things, if not all things, that you can't compare in Nigeria courts, especially when it comes to elections. They don't look at evidence. They look for technicalities. Do you know what I mean? Technicality is, you have a case and you take it to court. You expect your defendant, the person you are taking to court, to what? To come and defend everything you are presenting as your petition. And then you expect the courts, the judges, to look at all the evidence, listen to both parties, and then come out and rule based on evidence. Abi? No. That's not how it's done in Nigeria. In Nigeria, the judge, after the two of you say whatever you want to say, the judges will look at technicalities in your case. Where you are supposed to say, hey, and you say, ho, that's technical problem. That is the reason why your case cannot go further. Yeah, that's the joke it is. I'm not making it up. In Imo State, somebody that came fourth though, that scored 97,000 votes. The first person that they declared winner scored over 240,000 votes. Ihedioa. The one that they declared second, Okorocha's son-in-law, he scored over 170,000 votes. The one they declared third, I can't remember his name, he scored over 102,000 votes. In Imo State, when they did the election, the one that Oplesus on Dijo, that scored 92,000, 97,000 votes. He took everybody to court, fourth person. They started looking for technicalities in the person they sworn in as a governor, Ihedioa. And the moment they took Ihedioa out, technicality, and they cancel his vote, cancel the vote of the second person. By the time they added their more vote to that of in court, boom. Number 4th person is now the governor of Imo State. He's running for 2nd term now. Well, maybe that one is too far, be. Shebi, you know the one that is there right now, Robert Stamp Lawan, the Senate president. This guy, when everybody was picking the form up for whatever they wanted to be, this guy picked up the presidential form because inside the asshole rock, they said he is the anointed candidate of Bokwari. How? So he picked up the form. He wants to be president. He was campaigning everywhere. He wanted to be the presidential candidate. Before the convention of APC to choose their candidates, they've already done the primary elections, so elections into other places to, candidate from other positions. Guess what? When this guy finally lost the primary election, the party, his party, APC, they decided to tell the winner of the primary election for the senatorial districts, which he didn't contest for, they told that one to step down. Back and forth for like 10 months. They went to court. The first court said that because there is a technical problem in the way that guy filed his case, defended his case. So because of that, he didn't win. They should give the ticket to Lawan. Somebody will not contest election. No, he didn't contest at all. They went to appeal court. The guy proved his case there. They said the court should, APC should give the ticket. INEC should recognize him as the candidate of APC. Then they went to Supreme Court. When they got to Supreme Court, now for Supreme Court, they said, well, this is the final. You can't go anywhere else. Lawan, person will no contest anything. They said because the lawyer to the real candidate, they said because the way he filed this case, there is a technical problem, technical thing there. So because of that, they have no, they won't have to, they don't have time. They just said the person will not participate. Person that didn't participate in primary elections is now the senator-elect. So if I give you examples of what Nigeria system represents, I know you may want to have hope. You may want to build one and make it real. But at the same time, you shouldn't forget the real one. The one, the nightmare. The Nigeria you actually wanted to go away so that a new one can come. That you want a new one that you believe the judiciary represents, shouldn't kind of stop you from understanding what the real judiciary represents. So that you won't come back and say, judiciary is this. Can you see their judgment? Say they did not see the cocaine this thing. Say they did not see the evidence. They see everything. They have everything. Everything you think you know, including the ones you don't know about Tinubu, they have them. But they won't use them. Ganifa during the election, he started pursuing Tinubu because he believed that he would probably use the influence of Yoruba this, Yoruba that in 1999 to become the governor. So he started a very, very big case against him. Perjury, forgery, sure you get, and so many. But what they did was that, and I think Chief Ganifa Imi's case against Tinubu before the start of, before he got sworn in as governor of Lagos State, I think that gave Tinubu the idea of what the future will hold in Nigeria, and therefore, he never looked back in getting himself ready, buying everything that is buyable. Everyone that could pop up later in the future to gang up again, to gang up and ask him questions, right? Legally or put him down. They will all have something on them that will hold them back from taking such action in Nigeria. I kind of believe that. Because Chief Ganifa when he chased Tinubu, they like enter anything. But you know what? The moment they sworn Tinubu in, boom. Immunity. anywhere. Drake. Thank you very much, Jerry. Dre Lake. My party don't show up. Oh. I've got Dre Sean on YouTube. I've got Dre Lake on TikTok. I've got 2 Dre's. Show me your Dre. And I will show you mine. So I think, I mean, this is my own theory. Because the moment Tinubu got sworn in, everywhere they took him, anywhere Ganifa admitted, this lawyer will just show up. Sometimes they won't show up. And whenever they show up, they'll just say, you know, my lord, the person has immunity. He has immunity. He cannot come to court. He cannot be prosecuted. He cannot sue anyone, and he cannot be sued. Immunity. It is so easy to drop it. Immunity for president. If you go to court and they say Tinubu must show up in court, they'll say, no, he can't come. And it is like what they call attitude. Jebolo shalowo. You don't put the bangu, the golden brass. You don't put them in the ankle of, no, not the ankle. I think the wrist of Olosha. So I think that prepared him. That's my theory. That prepared him. And from that moment on, judges, police inspector, police commissioner, police this, military major, this or whatever, Tinubu started befriending just anyone. Iyaloja, babaloja, just anything. Buyable. Justice, this, justice, that. I mean, Baba, and that is what they are calling, he has helped a lot of people. Some of them will say, give me your son, let your son come. You know, I can give him a job, ministry here, ministry there, I push them here and all of that. So they all come back to, you know, I got this land. Oh yeah, give them land for Aja, give them land for Ikoyi, justice. You know that, like, it was like that benevolent. And he was the governor of the richest state in Nigeria. Can you beat that? And as a godfather, what do? You don't get selfish. If you want to feel safe, then you have to get as many people compromised as possible. And Tinubu learned very early. And I think that's what they want to do now. Apapa is just there to put wedge in the wheel, the legal wheel of Obi, so that when Obi gets to court, when tribunal finally open, imagine a tribunal that open. And then your lawyers are there to fight your petition. Tinubu's lawyers are there. Atiku's lawyers are there in the tribunal. And surprisingly, Labour Party lawyer. So the judge calls you and say, okay, the petitioner, which is the court calls on Peter Obi, that the Labour Party as petitioner versus INEC, Tinubu, APC versus PDP, Atiku, and all of that. And then everybody says, do we have Atiku's lawyers here? And they say, yes, my lord, we are here with our petition, sir. They say, so, do we have Peter Obi's lawyers here? They say, yes, we are here. Do we have Tinubu's lawyers here? They say, yes, we are here. And then what about APC lawyer? They rise up and say, my lord, we are here. PDP lawyers, are you here in this court? They say, yes, my lord, we are here. And they call on, I say, Labour Party lawyers, and they say, yeah, my lord, objection, my lord. Objection. Why objection? Objection, because we want to withdraw from this case. That's what they want to do. Thank you so much, Oki Success. So I can see your comment now and I can see your gift as well. Thank you. Do you get that? Your lawyer just will stand up and say, we are withdrawing from this case. Imagine that from the beginning of a trial. Or in that same court, you now have 2 different lawyers representing Labour Party. Apapa lawyer with the letter, with a court letter that says Apapa is the authentic chairman of Labour Party. And they have a letter of withdrawal. And another group of lawyers says, no, we are the Labour Party lawyer on this team. No, we are not withdrawing. Imagine that drama in courts. That's exactly what Apapa is coming to do. They are already doing it at different state tribunals right now. Different House of Assembly, National Assembly tribunals. They are already setting that in motion. All they needed is just to create that confusion. So you that they rigged out, here you are. Your political party is now the one challenging you in court. Do you understand what that means? Thank you. Kiss. So that is what Apapa came to do. So some of you will then understand what it means to have internal saboteurs that can no longer stay internal. Here you get, I beg, which political party chairman would go and approach the court and say the election that we participated in is not rigged, it is free and fair, and we don't want to do any case. And yet, when this man came, they said the intention is not to shut down Peter Obi's case. Now, they want the courts. So that then will take us to the second question. Why? Atiku did there. How come there is no single whatever against Atiku in his case? Or what have you? Is it because Atiku didn't actually win second? Or there's something more bigger, sinister? Sorry, pardon me. That's so my brain they work, because I always love to ask questions and questions and questions. Sometimes I kind of have answers. You know, when you ask some questions and you're like, rhetorically, we know the answers. So, but you can still ask anyway. Like, share Atiku no win second, in it. Or have you ever sat down and be like, okay, fine, maybe you are supporting Obi. Okay, fine. Obi. Have you sat down and feel like, but Obi na thought though. With all this energy from Keyamo, from PDP, from everybody, Obi should step down. Obi should withdraw his case. How come they are not telling Atiku to withdraw his case? Obi should accept the court's judgment. Obi should talk to his people and accept. Why him? Is there something we don't know? Like, I don't know. But I call those questions rhetorical questions. It's like questions you know, and you're just wondering why. But why? Okay. So Apapa will create that scenario in these coming days. And in fact, they are currently working on some people in Anambra that are going to announce that Peter Obi is not a member of their party. Some of them are going to say they gave them money, okay, to change and forge signatures in order to say Peter Obi joined them. You are going to see drama, and a lot of you are going to be so alarmed. Like, like, what is going on? How could people be like this? What is their motivation? And on like that. You are going to see a lot of things happen soon. They are going to tell you that they are from Anambra. And Peter Obi is not a member. Okay? If they have to present money in bags and say Peter Obi gave them money in order for them to forge certificates and forge signature and all of that. And the next thing you're going to hear is that Peter Obi has been suspended or dismissed from Labour Party. All of this are going to happen, and they're going to be so embarrassing. And you're going to be like, why? Why? Currently, now they are saying that people are, I'll show you something. I'll come back to this. Quick one, because I always feel bad that some snippet that should be in between my broadcasts, sometimes I just ignore them because I feel like they are irrelevant. But later I kind of regret and say, and I could have shown them that and all that, even if it's just briefly before I start taking calls. Okay. So they told us today that, you know, Tinubu is back, and Tinubu is currently in the defense house in Abuja. Usually, traditionally, anybody they call the president-elect in Nigeria, the moment they declare you will be moved into a place called the defense house. Okay, it is like a mini Aso Rock. Okay, you have all the communication, the military, the security agents. They will be coming in every day to brief you about what they are doing, about what is going on. Okay, and then you can be using those information. So other people like ministers or people from ministries, parastatals, agencies, all of them will be coming in with data of what is going on, what they are doing, or what you're going to meet. So you'll be interacting with them every now and then. You'll be acting like you are already president. Sure you get. Well, Maiyegun, I don't like you talking about this, that he will never be president. He's going to return the return certificate. Listen, I am not disputing that, okay? I'm not disputing whatever you believe. I'm trying to make you understand that how to manage situation like this so that you don't end up so disappointed, so hungry, so bad to the point that you get depressed. Don't be like that, okay? So they'll move somebody there. That's what they have done to Kolu. But something happened today. And the reason why I have to quickly tell you this is because we have heard that Tinubu named 15 people or 25 people as members of his presidential transition, whatever. They are the people that will be meeting with people in government. Sure you get. And they are likely those who are going to be the first set of people to be in his government. Marwa's daughter is going to be there. The son of Bichi, DSS chairman or the DSS director. His son is going to be one of the members of Tinubu's government. Is in that transition. But they say there's no single Igbo in that transition. Yeah, committee. No single Igbo. And people are now saying that why should there be Igbo in there? Igbos don't like APC. Igbos don't like Tinubu. So why do they want to be in his government? I was like, what about Igbos who are in APC? So they'll be inconsequential. They'll be nothing. So those ones are they are Nigerians who give them something, and those ones are not complaining. I say, but you are saying that why should Igbo? Why can't you pick one of them and put them in that? My friend, let me tell you something. We don't want saboteurs. We don't want people that will come and spoil Tinubu's government. Really? So a political party that has vowed that a section of the country is inconsequential. Now we have been hearing that, Abi. Okay. So they said that today, 4 Igbo politicians who claim to be Igbo leaders, they went to that defense house because they wanted to go and pay solidarity visit to Tinubu, the president-elect. And they said, Remi Werekwe turned them back at the gate. He no send dog after them. She no send dogs after them. They came as Igbo chiefs, Igbo leaders, who won't come greet the president-elect. But Remi Werekwe told our dogs they should turn them back. They don't want to see any of them here. It's not fake news, it's real. But let me show you. So earlier today, Tinubu left his house, a retirement house in Abuja, for defense house, okay? Like this. So we are back. We are back to that era where if you see 10 seconds video of Tinubu, you go just manage them like that. Yeah, you have to manage it like that. You remember that of Bokuwari? 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 10 seconds, or 25 seconds at most. You'll be lucky if you get to see where Bokuwari is speaking at length. You won't hear majority of whatever he's saying, but at least you can say that is always like once in a while. So we are back in that time now. So they left his house in this convoy. They were taking him to defense house. And then in the defense house, there were a few people who came around, few seconds as usual. Manage him, at least, to show saying they are alive. And if he stand up, if, we've not seen where he is talking in any of this video, they won't let you hear him talking. When he says something, Baba, now breaking news. Sure, anytime we drop anything on Lamba, me, I know, because I am somebody who has been like trolling all of them.
Hey, but then you're not just doing that, you have to empower the court.
Amen. Bless. Thank you very much. Hey, Sule, I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to be back. Yes, sir. Hey, Mr. President. I'm fine.
But then you're not just doing that, you have to empower the court.
Amen. Bless. Thank you very much. Hey, Sule, I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to be back. Yes, sir.
That's Okorocha there, the one that is popularly called the Okoro Hausa. So Okorocha and others paying their homage. You get me. She Okorocha no be Igbo, Maiyegun. I thought you said some Igbos were turned back. Okay, you get me. Okorocha is one of them. But indeed, there were some Igbos turned back. Maybe those ones are considered as not part of them. Sure you get. Okay, you got me. You got me. Okorocha is Igbo, but some of them will tell you that, no, Igbo leader, Igbo leader, you mad in Maiyegun. You better don't insult us. If you call Okorocha a leader in Igbo land. But he's Igbo. You see that one that is also, that is holding his hand. That's the one they are projecting to be your speaker in Nigeria when Gbajabia Mole or Gbajabia Moron is expected to be the chief of staff, or Faleke, Gbajabia Mole. The two of them are being considered as likely the chief of staff to Kalu, or whatever happens. This one on your screen is said to be from Northwest or something like that. I can't remember his name. But that's Kalu taking him into the room to say, yeah, come here. Well, they say you want to be speaker. Come here, can got him on the chef.
Come.
I just don't know.
I think I have another clip. There is, I think I'm done with that. Or maybe this, but that's the chairman. See that one that is smiling, Zobo Zobo? That one is Ekiti governor. Hey, it go there interesting. Some of you, the obedient. I know you are fighting for your lives. You've claimed that, okay? A lot of us are fighting for our lives too, in a different way, okay? But sometimes I just feel like, a lot of people. There's this particular quote. It's not even a quote. It's actually a tweet. So they said that a particular brand of eyeglasses. They said will cost about $10,000 US. I was like, some were asking, is it going to make me see heaven? Would I see the coming of Jesus? Or would I see, whatever? Would I be able to see the future? Then somebody now said that, with these 10,000 glasses, would I be able to see Shege? I know that just came like, Shege, you the wine us in it. Shege na free now. You don't pay for Shege. In Nigeria, Shege na free. So sometimes in reverse, I kind of want to, secretly, I kind of want to be, sit back and watch when Kalu will be delivering the Shege. And the first people that will react are the people that Kalu and his gang are currently claiming to have made Kalu president. Thank you very much, Jare, our northern brother. Thank you so much for the North, for standing up for Ashiwaju. Because by the time Ashiwaju begin to deliver the Shege, you don't go pay for them. Are you with me? It go reach everyone, like that of Bokwari is reaching everybody. You don't go pay for them, it's free. You don't need a 10,000 naira or $10,000 goggle or glasses. You don't need a soothsayer. You don't need to pay anybody. You will see it. So sometimes, I know that shege is the reason why some of you are saying that you would rather fight to the end instead of allowing Tinubu to be sworn in. If you calm down, okay? Because even Pastor Ruga, at some point when he has to explain it to people, it's like,
he don't cast last. Everybody go chop breakfast. He don't cast last. Everybody go chop breakfast.
Calm down. If you control how you're gonna chop the breakfast by understanding the breakfast, sometimes, right? Could prompt you. Some of you are like, if you know what I know, say Tinubu go do, I rather fight for my children. I rather fight for my future. I understand. I do. I really do. No, I really do understand your feeling. And I do wish that you have so much to be happy for when what you are currently kind of fighting to stop or prevent is indeed prevented. But I am saying that the avenue where you are expecting that reprieve to come from is compromised. Their court is compromised. Sure you get. So last, when Tinubu is sworn in and is your president, okay, you don't have to see him as sworn. But unfortunately, the shege, when it starts coming up, you see the northern Nigeria that has been so battered, so affected by the terrorism we are seeing today. And then you're going to say, and yet they are so quiet. It is called the peace of the graveyard. With Kolu in 3 months, just 3 months, by August, September, you will begin to wonder, where are all these voices coming from in northern Nigeria? Because a northerner is no longer the president of Nigeria. Why are they always coming back now to attack Tinubu as if to say they are not in Nigeria for the past 8 years? Even you, when not like Tinubu, the level of attack that will be coming from northern Nigeria, they are expecting you, the obedient. This is another misfire. And I want you to understand this complex theory I am about to paint for you. So calm down. Let me explain them one after the other, okay? Here is the scenario. Scenario one is majority of them currently believe that whether you like it or not, Tinubu will be sworn in, including those that are still going to see shege under that same Tinubu. They are currently thinking they are part of those who are not going to see that, and you will no support them. You go see that shege. Are you with me? They are saying that now with confidence. That's scenario one. So they would expect you obedient. So they will call you wailing wailer, crying criers, tearing tiaras. I made that up. There's nothing like that. They will call you names because their focus is that you are going to be the opposition. You are going to be the one that's going to continue to make Tinubu illegitimate. But they will be wrong. Yeah, they will be wrong. I'm not saying you won't be, but in fact, you self go shock. Here is where your own shock will come from. Whenever Bokuwari and his criminal gang are doing what they are doing, and you see those who are screaming, this country is, this Nigeria is bad. This country is going to, Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is, they kill how many people, Maiyegun? 39 people. Nigeria is dead. Nigeria is shaking. You will be seeing Sulaiman Abubakar. They will be saying, God bless Nigeria. God bless Baba Buhari. God will make Baba Buhari succeed. Every time you speak, they say, you are just enemy of Nigeria. They don't kidnap 400 people in Kaduna. Why are you screaming? Are you from Kaduna? Suleiman, Abu. But why you don't feel bad now? They don't kill 80 people for Kaduna. My friend, are you from Kaduna? No be 80 people they kill. Stop exaggerating. Now only 79 people. And is it Buhari that killed them? Is it Buhari that sent people to Shekini for 8 years? So now so with the battle more. It can't be less than a Southerner. Come they overcry. That time, they never start kidnapping us. So we never started paying ransom. We were reacting to where Nigeria was headed at the time. They called us wailing wailer, crying criers. The northern Nigeria continued to burn. Kidnappers, terrorists continue to spread in northern Nigeria. The rage that we saw in them when Jonathan was president of Nigeria, we didn't see that rage anymore. Oh, gone. Even though the situation has gone even worse, but the rage is gone. If you say anything about it, you are enemy. Arrest him. DSS, so they're supposed to kill you. You this way, come back home. Come back to Nigeria. They're supposed to shoot you for head. Because at the time you say that they kill people, because they never kill you, they're supposed to kill you too. They're supposed to in defense of Bokuwari. Now you are going to see the real north. When Tinubu is going to be the reason why the Fulani terrorists are killing them. The reason why Boko Haram is swap are kidnapping them. Suddenly, the entire problem of Nigeria that the northern Nigeria says is none of Buhari's business. Buhari no create them. They go put them on top of Tinubu. You will not like Tinubu say go say, Abba, am I dreaming? Are you joking? Is my eyes paining me? The northern Nigeria and them they do this. This is bad. This is hypocrisy. It's not. Because the people they are about to deal with, that they are calling themselves friends. Thank you, Jare, my brother. Thank you, my brother from Kano. That is Womumu Dokpemu from Okoko Maiko. He wanted to show that Yorubas are building alliance according to the to his political criminal leaders who are telling that they are building alliance where they are not building nada. They are about to find out. Because now it will come be the Arewa jihadist APC versus the Yoruba xenophobic APC. You can't see fight. You obedient, you go be referee. I'm not denying your prayer, that your prayer should be answered, that call should never even be won. Because the people with the owners of propaganda, the Southwest Nigeria, they will not kind of wait for the northern Nigeria that they have lied for, that they have killed their own people or denied their own people for. Kolu could not talk about the terrorism in Yoruba land because he no one fed the northern Nigeria. Lagos, Sabo, Baku, Soshogbo, Alimanjiris, the ass lickers, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the all-risers. They denied Yoruba in the face of terrorism in Nigeria because they didn't want to offend their friends in the north. But guess what? That same north is going to blame Yorubas for the insecurity in the north. And all of you are going to be like, what? What? The northern Nigeria, you go to hear things. They will show you that. And guess what? It will come be fire for fire between the two of them. And MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I will be here to show to you that I did say it. To see, they don't start to. Get ready for that. So that's just on the side. I have told you what I've observed. I have shared with you what I think. They are all my theory. You don't have to believe any of them. The fact that you sat there and you enjoyed it to this moment, I want to say thank you to you. That's what I do all the time. I present my own theory. And most of the time, they kind of align with some of the thoughts of so many people too. And some said, well, you are just speaking my mind. And in fact, you are helping me to think even further. And I'm so grateful to you, Maiyegun, for that. So I don't tell people what to do. I don't tell you what to or how to do whatever you have to do. I just show to you what things are. And if you are interested, I just want to believe that you should be able to like act right. In my book, when they say if you know right, they say if you know better, you should do better. I mean, that is what is called education, isn't it? I learn all the time, and people learn from me as well, which is because I share what I know. So Kolu is in Defense House, and they have started selecting who and who are going to decide your fate after May 29. And Kolu is relying very much on that inauguration All you need is just the power, and Kolu will be the one to appoint your judges, appoint the police chief, appoint the EFCC chair, appoint the DNDLEA chair, appoint the DSS director, appoint all of those who are going to be in charge of your life. So think about that. And then remember, there is Pablo and there is Osama, and there is Nigeria. One go give way at the end of the day. Ma go make another tea. I want to take calls tonight. I also want to say thank you to everybody who responded to our call last night. Let me tell you something. See, a lot of you will be here and be like, hey, this guy, every time he's always talking about it. See, we don't just talk about the problems, okay? We do our little. After explaining the problems to the people, we do our own little to bring people together, all right, to help the people that we believe are the same victims of all I have said. Some people do listen. A lot of people actually do listen. Millions of naira have been raised on this platform and channeled towards helping people in Nigeria, whether or not for justice or whether or not for welfare support or education support or family support or even financial support. So what you heard last night is just an idea of what we are fully into outside MaiyegunsDiary Politico, Yoruba Union, caring for the children of Yoruba land. And it doesn't even matter whether they are Yorubas or non-Yorubas. Wherever we find any children in any child in any school in Yoruba land that needs every support. And that's exactly what we have been doing. And that's what we want to expand so that their parents who are also our members too, their teachers who are our members too, including some of them who are medical practitioners who are our members. And we are spreading this enough that our strategy is going to work. And a lot of you responded last night when you started making inquiries on how can you adopt any child or children, and what does it take to be a sponsor of a child. So you can sponsor a child or children in Yoruba land, and they are of different categories, by the way. The children who are like needed financial support on their education and all that, and those who need financial support, who need extra support, like children with special needs, like disability and all that. We have them in Yoruba land. We want to impact on their life. We want to help reduce the numbers of our miseducated, uneducated, and then poorly educated out-of-school children in Yoruba land, because those are our own future Boko Haram. They don't care. We do. And that's why we want others too as well. A lot of you care too, and you've been making that inquiry. I am bringing this Yoruba Union team back on Friday. We're going to have another segment, and you can come in, join, and ask your questions from them and what you need to do. We are currently looking forward to raising funds in helping 5,000 families across the 8 states in Yoruba land. And this is doable. I've got a wonderful team and wonderful people who actually wanted to make that happen. And a lot of you responded that, like I said yesterday, not just making inquiries, by also making contribution, donating towards this. Now, by Friday, I'm going to pull all of our donations together from all platforms, and I'm going to come and tell you how much have we raised and how far are we, or how close are we in achieving what we call our next step project. We have wonderful stuff that we are planning as well. Not just talking about the problem. We want to change the problem, but it is a huge task. But with your support, I think it's doable. If we are many, there is so much power in number. I will show you. So don't go anywhere. I'm coming back to take calls. And like I said, please like this broadcast, share it, subscribe, and thank you. You got me to over 81,000. We are now over 81,000 subscribers on YouTube. We are 19,000 subscribers away from 100,000. Do you think we can get to that 100,000 before the end of this year? I think we can. I don't know. I think we can. 19,000 more. Will be home and dry. Don't go anywhere. I'm go make my tea. Then we'll start taking calls tonight.
Is this a joke? They will never go free.
Them the bone face oh yeah, that would them the bone face for. Easy body yeah, so wicked they walk oh.
You know, as I'm watching on television now, they paint them. That is all. And they sweet when they see me appear like this, they paint them. And I promise them, I'm here to bury them. I see they paint them, they see us. I see they paint us, they paint. When I say I see they paint them, they see.
You go the sweet us. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun. How are you?
I am very well, sir. How are you?
Yeah, this is Steve from Canada.
Steve from Canada.
How are you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for the good job you are doing, and so much appreciated.
Thank you, sir.
I pray that God will continue to bless you.
Amen.
I just want to make 2 or 3 quick comments.
Please.
Number one is about call. You know that there is something that an evil person knows how to do. And the devil is very, very determined to do that. That is to kill, to steal, and to destroy.
That's right.
So, and that is what is noted for. And if you check his incident, you can say that it happened among Afenifere. I divided Afenifere, then Yoruba nation. Mm-hmm. And now he said he's coming to rule Nigeria. Even though if it gets in May 29, I'm just sorry for Nigeria, because a wicked person cannot have any good thing to do for Nigeria. That's just the truth. So his own, as they are fighting him here, if they are fighting me in the north, first thing, so how do I divide the north? If they are fighting me in the east, how do I divide the east? They're fighting in the West. How many would you want to divide?
How many do you want to? Yeah, how many group would you want to divide?
So that is, that is where the problem, is. Number two is the judiciary. I'm just sorry for the lawyers in Nigeria because if the judiciary are so corrupt, what is the sense of reading law? Why not spending that number of years to go and read law in the university and then go to law school? You just make a caricature of the profession, that is all. Because if a professional association is not having integrity anymore, what else? Okay, look at, take for example, now I will give you one scenario in Nigeria. There is there are these two institutes, Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. And there's another one called the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANA. So IDB created ANA, according to what I have, to spite ICANN, for one thing. But ICANN maintain what is called integrity. They never, compromise. And, when ICANN stand between an ANA accountant stand and an ICANN accountant stand. When it talks about standard, the two of them are not comparable. Despite government, backing for ANA. So if they think that judges today they collect, they just do to court, then it means that the lawyers are rubbishing themselves. This is the time that the lawyers are supposed to rise up. That you judges, you have to do the right thing. Otherwise, you are sending the profession to the grave. And that is where this thing is going. They don't know. They thought that they are enjoying it. It is not. They are sending the profession into the grave. At the end of the day, before you know it, they say you are sons. Which kind of sons? Get out. That is what it's going to result to. You are a judge. Get out. All these chop judges. That is how it's going. That's what's going. So that respect.
Just like somebody parading himself or herself today as a INEC commissioner. You just look at them like twice, like INEC. Exactly. Just like there was a time they look at teachers. When you see teachers, when I was very small, I don't even believe that teachers go to toilet. I don't believe it. I thought they are sent from heaven. The way we look at the teachers. But now, what are teachers become? So that is exactly how lawyers are going to become. And that profession is going to become if they don't rise up and defend that profession. That's how it's going to become. Well, but if they can get it right now and then they rise up and say, judges, if you do the wrong thing, this is going to be the consequences. And they all stand up. You will see if they deliver a landmark judgment and set that election aside, you will see what is going to happen to law profession in Nigeria. They will be healed all over the world. They will be healed all over the world. But I don't think they will do something like that. I just pray they will do something like that. But if they don't, that is it. So another one is for the followers of this this so-called the Agbado minds. I think most of them, because I know the time when Buhari was coming, we were shouting, this man doesn't have anything. Get out, what are you talking about? He's a military man, he can do anything. This one, get out. You say, what are you talking about? But now, if you will not be, you will be surprised with that some of these Agbado are now abusing Buhari now. They are. They can't wait for him to be gone and start blaming him for things they couldn't say for 80 years. They will start saying them now.
Their own is coming.
Yes.
Their own is coming. They will hate this man more than more than what I call a shit. They will hate him more than shit. That is the way I will describe it. Lastly, somebody mentioned something on the television the other day that there is this case that has been in the court of this man since November. That case never came up. the case of this certificate issue.
Which one is that?
That was
okay.
I think in November, the Chicago University case, and this that was filed by one lawyer from Nahuru also. I was filing a court, Federal High Court. That case is November last year.
Since last year.
That shows how corrupt the judiciary is. And I know that something might have transpired. They don't allow that case to come up.
They won't let it see the light of the day. And then whenever it comes out, they will throw it out for lack of
and whenever
evidence.
They will throw it out for lack of evidence or one technical.
Or technicality, yeah. Or one technical issue.
To say it, again, the judiciary, that profession, law profession, is digging his grave in Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Steve. Let me take another one.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's Steve from Canada. I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Hey, Prince Jejeman. How are you?
Yeah, Baba, this is Prince Jejeman.
Well,
Baba, well done.
Tonight, or how are you doing?
Yes, so I won't go grassroots today because
yes,
I want MaiyegunDiary, make them hear us.
Go on, Baba.
Say Baba, the Canada always said they made they come to class in class. The kind of class with their slates, so that they can understand what in they talk. Say you talk one thing this night about Atiku.
Yes.
They ask say why.
I mean,
you talk on 3 times and still make me say make I call. You see, Maiyegun Atiku, say he's a serial contestant.
Yes.
Okay. It's just like a Buhari. You understand? When you see people that are desperate like that, they have a aim. They have a dangerous aim. Okay. And you see, Atiku is what we call the Agadagbachiruzo.
Say that again.
Agadagbachiruzo.
Agadagbachiruzo.
Yes.
Agadagbachiruzo.
It's like
what does that mean?
It's like a thorn that blocks the access where people do pass. Like a road where people normally pass, but a thorn will block all the road.
That people can't pass anymore without being stung. Go on.
He's just there. He's not profiting anybody. Going is not going. Coming is not coming. You understand? Fulanis are using him as a joker, as their joker. Okay. You see that when he came, they put him there. They put Shetima at the back of Kolo.
That's right.
Okay. And you see, the reason why they put him there is that's why they are after the election, their selection, they make sure that he's number 2 man, so that when you fight, when everybody begins the fight, both old mama pikin, mama papa pikin, when all of on a fight tire, on a say okay, call make them come out call for her. When I go see enter for the Janjaweed hand.
We are back that in the hand of Janjaweed.
Janjaweed. That is article for you. Okay. So he is a joker. He's a joker of the Fulani that has captured the seat of power in Nigeria. So my brother, this as it is take there now.
Yes, sir.
My prayer is that Oduduwa Nation people, let them have their own security. That is not like Pepper Tiger, like Omoteku. Okay, let them. That's my only prayer. Because what is happening in Southern Sudan now, you explain it so very well for us.
Yes.
What is happening? All the monsters that they've created, all this ISWAP, Boko Haram, Fulani henchmen, You know, all this one, they call them terrorists. Then they create another terrorist that they don't want people to call a terrorist, but they say is bandit. People that can shoot down plane. They are telling us that they are bandits. I see you get that. You get my
Prince Jejeman. You remember
yes,
that
Baba.
time when they told us that those who were killing people in Nigeria or kidnapping people in Nigeria, when Layamo told us that there were people from Libya, Chad, Niger, as well as from all this Sahel, until they started asking us to give them our land. Then we now realize that they were actually the one who sponsored them. They said because of the fall of Gaddafi, that is why Nigeria is experiencing terrorism. Now that Janjaweed leader in Sudan is likely going to take over Sudan. So what is going to be the future of Nigeria now that we have Sudan and Libya and Janjaweed in charge? I just thought I should throw that in, because what would Tinubu now say is the reason why when this thing continues, Sudan, maybe because of Sudan, Janjaweed.
My brother, you know, say that Janjaweed, now they are Boko Haram there. You understand me? All this one where they don't create now, definitely Nigeria is going to go break up. And when Nigeria break up, all these their children that they give plates as Alamajari on the street, they are going to stand up against them, just as it's happening in Sudan now. Because the government in power, the terrorist government, just as we have in Nigeria now, they are the one that created that Janjaweed. That's their type of Boko Haram in the Sudan. Now, when Nigeria finally break up, because Benue people that they are killing like this, they are not cool, they are human beings. The people in Southern Kaduna that they are killing, they are human beings. So all these people, definitely, all of them are in the middle belt. I believe so. Definitely, they don't want to belong to.
They not be north. They be middle belt.
No, they can never be north, because you cannot be killing me and I will be calling us north and will be joining you. It's only mad person. Even mad person says if you match him in block us, you know, go only match him once. It go react. You know, so Baba, now the thing where I think could be that so make everybody an obedient. Make them know say we don't. They made them forget that court. That court where they there, na tanko technicality. Because people are they don't take nepotism, cement everywhere with cow shit. You know, maybe if they expect they give them judgment inside their court, then they waste their time. Because already before they even give Kolu the trophy, they already don't wait them for inside court. They made them they come there. That's why after they give her the thing, they say, well, you want to talk, or go to court, you want to talk. And the court again, they go meet you, they go stand for middle of the road. They don't even want you to enter the doorway of the court.
You enter the court.
I think here. Now so my brother, everybody, if you want see that referendum, that restructuring where they talk before, where they go live and go shook head inside this their terrorist election. Now there they take shook their head inside Wahala, where I don't know where they carry them go. That woman where they shout, I don't know where they carry me go. Now there Nigeria there now.
Help me.
Help me.
You remember where she be? Ma, go bring her.
I remember.
What's here?
I will not allow you to. Help me. If they carry me, they go where I don't know. Help me. I will not allow you to. Help me. If they carry me, they go where I don't know.
Help me. Policeman, where they beg. So that's exactly what you know. What somebody told me before I take another one, Prince. Somebody told me, even though I don't want anybody to hold this, but at least you remember Maiyegun mentioned it. They said one of the things that Tinubu wanted to do to kind of sway the South and win the South to his side after all that happened, when they sway him in, is to say he's going to call for national conference. and restructuring should be top of it. Now, you didn't hear that from me. But again, it's part of what they are trying to... There are many things, but these guys are so bigoted that doing that may just be like, maybe we are just trying to be nice. We don't want to be nice. Whatever happens. Prince, let me take another call.
Okay, Baba.
Thank you.
Carry on.
Yes, sir. So people actually told me that. Somebody said that one of the things he wants to do, that's why he's waiting for these people to package him. Hello there.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm so glad I got through today.
I'm very glad that you never stopped trying. So it's good to have you, sir. Please.
Yeah. This is my second time calling in.
Thank you.
My name is Olawale Akaji. I'm calling from Baltimore, US.
Fantastic, sir.
I want to say, yes, sir. I want to say that I'm one of those people that really believe in Buhari. So I prayed for him, and I really thought he's going to make a difference.
Right.
When APC brought him to the to the political front by the help of Tinubu. But right now, we are all full of regret.
Many people.
But I'm going to tell you right now.
Yes, sir.
I don't fully share your opinion or your view regarding solution to the multifaceted problem of Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
I believe that Nigeria cannot survive as a country again. Nigeria is done. It's over with. It's a complete. They are running a failed
they say we are exaggerating, but whenever they found out, they come back with the same exclamations. They say, man, Nigeria is done for. So I can't count how many videos that I actually shared during their charade, where people are recording video of what is happening, and they are saying it there that this country is gone. This country is finished. Man, look at what is going on. Look at this. Man, Nigeria is gone. I can't see how many. I can't see how many times.
Let me tell you. Let me share my own personal experience. I was in Nigeria last year, November.
Right.
From November 1 to the end of the year, I was in Nigeria.
Wow.
So I stayed in Lagos the first week. On Friday, I drove down to Ibadan. Ibadan is my home. I live in Ibadan. I'm from Ibadan.
Yes, sir.
So while going, I've not been in Nigeria for about 6 years now. Wow. So on my way, I discovered that the expressway between Ibadan and Lagos is not as busy as it was the last time I went home. Nobody told me nothing. I didn't know nothing. Thank God we got home safely. 2 days after, 3 of my friends want to come and visit me in Ibadan. And they told me to come and pick them up at train station in Ibadan. When I got to train station in Ibadan, I was surprised. It's a lot of people. I didn't know that people doesn't drive between Lagos and Ibadan highway no more because of fear of being kidnapped.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I asked my friend, why did you take the train? Do you think I'm going to, tell you to borrow me your car? I got my own car. They said, no, nobody is driving between Lagos and Ibadan no more, except it's absolutely necessary. And you know the risk. Nobody wants to be kidnapped. And, train is better. You got escorts. They have this military escort. Following the train.
They have military escort following train. Did you see that?
Yeah. They have it. But you will never hear all this thing on the news or in Nigeria news or nothing. So cut it short. I left Lagos on Friday. The following Saturday, 3 vehicles were blocked, and the people there were kidnapped by these bandits between Lagos and the highway.
Wow!
I was lucky to have escaped.
Personal
now
experience.
I'm in the US. I don't know when I will go back home because I don't want to be kidnapped. So this is, I know a lot of people are listening to me right now by your program.
Yes.
It is real. Nowhere is safe at home. Nowhere. I knew what happened in Ibadan between the short time I said between 1 month. I don't want to be going into detail. I don't want to waste time. Now, my own view of Nigeria is that the way things are, Nigeria cannot survive as a state. It has to break up. But even the Christian in the Bible, the Bible says that there is no forgiveness of sin without the shedding of the blood. People have to die. If we think the people that are hold Nigeria hostage, we are going to let it go easy by protesting, by carrying placards, They're gonna be killing us. We will be dying without getting a result. Trust me. That is my own stance. I was part of here in United States. I was paying my money before I eventually left when I realized that they lost focus on what they really want to do. So I don't join them no more. We used to have a meeting every Sunday at 6 p.m. I don't participate no more because they have lost focus. Well, any part of the country that needs to go, they need to borrow a leaf from what the East is doing. What the Eastern part, what the Igbos are doing, what they are doing. People are condemning it. But whether we want to die without fighting back, or we want to die by fighting for what we believe in, we are going to die any day anyway.
Well, we
have to choose one. We have to choose one. So the people that hold Nigeria at the job, we are not ready to let it go.
No, they won't let go without a fight. We all know that. Everybody is just trying to find their bearing around it. At the end of the day, like you said, we all come to that reality. Thank you so much, Sir Olawa. Let me take another one because that call seems to have started echoing back somehow.
General! Oh my God!
How you doing, Apapa?
Only from Canada. I'm so happy to get you.
Olu, I'm happy because I could feel that happiness. So I think it must be really, really, really worth it. I appreciate you, Baba.
Yeah. What I want to say, in fact, it's so sad.
I know.
It's so sad that the country has to be in a charade of what we are seeing. Man, it's so sad. Well, I will use this opportunity to thank you
You
so
might need
much,
to help
General.
us mute the broadcast. Somehow it's echoing back as well, if that's possible. Or you kind of walk away from the room if possible too, yeah. So we can hear ourselves clearly. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. And I don't want to lose you, please.
Yeah. Can you? Yeah. General, I will quickly make up some points. You see,
it's clearer now. Go on.
I've been watching you for so long, and I'm so happy we have people like you. Still making things happening. It's frustrating sometimes when you look back home and see what is going on. I mean, and it's touching me so much when I see people in Lagos State. They are still looking at people like Tinubu to put them in the position they are. I cry. I weep the fact. When I look at you every day, when I see you, when I'm listening to you, Maiyegun, when I'm listening to you, we have so much intellectual people living in Nigeria, even home and abroad. We living in Canada as a whole, even in America. Let's talk about people, majority of people that really appreciate who is Tinubu in Lagos State. Lagos, the children of the soul of Lagos State will ask his family. Because where Nigeria is going, one day will come, we'll look back at this. Thank God we have diary.
Yes,
so when we need to bring things out, we go back to the diary, Maiyegun diary, and say, well, this is what was happening there.
We will not see.
And open them more.
We will never let them present criminals
it's sad,
to our children.
We can't go home.
You know what I mean? Our children will not grow up and worship criminals as heroes. We will not let them tell the story. We will tell the story. And that's why we have the diary.
Amen.
We will tell the story.
Amen. Amen. I really appreciate
how do you tell children that these guys mean well for their future? And this is the future we are witnessing now. We'll tell our story, Baba. It's a shame, and it is sad.
Thank you so much. God will bless you, General.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you from Canada. We watch you a lot.
Thank you.
Keep on the good work.
Olu.
One love, bro.
One love, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. So that's a brilliant one there. I have another caller on the line, a veteran here. Osita. One name.
Yes, one name, my brother.
How are you today, sir?
I'm just coming in. Though I missed out. I missed out.
So then that means you are going to have to be brief with us there if you didn't have all the details, except if you just want to be Osita, being Osita. So
I want to compliment what the two previous callers have said. I keep telling people, one thing about life is, if you want to change, there must be an equal reaction to an action that has already been taken. These people have taken this action all this while, but we must match it with equal reaction. If we think that, that we will go to court and get this thing right, or we think we'll keep talking and we will get this thing right, it is not going to happen just like that.
I know. It is more.
Believe me, it is not. So what we are clamoring for is a joint effort. Everybody, let us play our own role. The people that knows how to shout, let them shout. The people that knows how to go on demonstration, let them go do that demonstration. Because I keep telling people, I think this election, the only thing it has done for us, is that it has brought out the anger more in us. Those who were sleeping before, their eyes are opened to reality. That these people are not ready to back down.
No, they are not. They won't.
These people are not ready to they're not ready to back down until you give them what they really will shake them. There's no doubt they feel the heat more than the way they are feeling before. But it tells us, what does it tell us? It tells us that we have to put under pressure the more.
Yes.
The way we are going to do it, I do not know. The time we are going to do it, I do not know. But there is something that we must understand, that we need to work together.
Yes.
It is not a question of party. It is not a question of the election, but it's a question of all of us are being shortchanged.
Yes.
By these evil
in
people.
the land. Let's admit
by
to
this
that.
injustice in the land. I was listening to one of your programs because sometimes I tune into some of your old programs to watch some certain things, which I believe other people should be doing as well. One of the things that you said there was that if we finally break up this union, all of us will go and face our thieves, our rogues in our own way.
Yes.
If we want to throw them in jail, let us throw them in jail. If we want to skin them alive, let us skin them alive.
Yes.
But it is better that all of us confront our own all these our demigods ourselves.
Yes.
Than thinking that we want to preserve Nigeria and maybe we will have to, they will set up a panel whereby a Yoruba man will be, an Igbo man. No, this is not what we want as at this time. The country needs to be broken. Then after breaking, then we can come back again to discuss. If we want to be together, which will reunite Africa.
Under what condition?
Together.
Yes.
Under what condition? Because I keep telling people, I've been thinking about this thing. This thing has already been on my head for a while.
Right.
The problem that we are facing in Nigeria is not just the Nigerian problem alone. I wish foreign countries, they are listening to what I'm trying to say. Yes. The problem we are facing in Nigeria is an African issue, whereby before, in time memorial, during the Ottoman Empire, everybody knows that in Africa, the people who were in charge of slave trade were these Arabs. They were in charge of slave trade. They were the ones that traded people from the south, the western part of Africa down to the other side of Africa, to the southern part. They were the ones that traded on slaves. Now, they still look at themselves that after the whites, they are the next people. That's the way they are looking at it. And the only way they can do it is to grab Africa by force. It is not only, if Nigeria falls to these people, trust me, the next casualty is going to be Ghana. You will see it, and they know that they can overrun Ghana within a little time. So,
What I am saying is that anybody that keeps thinking about, oh, after this election, another election again, you are joking. You are joking. You are not going to see anything different. Why not let us put efforts together and end it now? As the reason, I don't care whosoever it is. Anything that has to do with election in Nigeria, it is all brouhaha.
No, it's just legitimizing the all the all illegality. Because if people can sit down and discuss if they want to be part of this, under what condition, if they are scared of having that conversation, then whatever they are doing is not by people's choice. In fact, we know that they don't even have the people's choice. We can see how they got all
if they are scared, if they are scared that we cannot have that discussion, then what is the basis of having the Nigerian
one country?
One country. Thank you very much, my brother.
Osita, you should have a wonderful one. You never miss. You are like a sharpshooter. It doesn't matter where you come from. You will always never miss. So I have another caller. Hello there.
Hello. Good evening, my husband.
Hello, sir. Good evening to you. How are you?
I'm fine. You are speaking to Dongada.
Sorry, say that again. I'm speaking to
Dongada.
Hey, Dongada, you are back. How you doing, Baba?
Yeah, I'm very fine.
Nice one, sir. Please.
I tried calling yesterday, and it was very difficult. Like you couldn't even pick up. Well, I understand, Sha. You know, there is something I want to tell you.
Oh yeah, now fire.
I would like to advise you on one thing. You know, this program you are running, most especially on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
If you watch, most of the people that usually watch you, because of how long the program is taking, most people that watch you are from abroad. You know, in Nigeria, we don't have this kind of internet, so that will make people to stay long and watch your program. So I will advise, if that will be possible, after your program, sometimes you edit, bring some of those important discussions. Yes, like 5-minute video, 4-minute video, and share it on your Facebook page. It will attract more people to look into it, and I believe it will get more people interested in your program.
That's brilliant.
So that is my first.
I'll look into that.
Yeah. So secondly, I want to talk about the issue of all these people celebrating the return of Buhari, the return of Tinubu and all that. You know, I just stay by, and I'm just sitting behind watching them. It is their time to celebrate, and I want all Nigerians to leave them to celebrate, because time for them to wave is coming. You understand? It is very obvious that Tinubu is not the one in charge of his government. His government is already been taken over. He's already been taken over, and is going to be run by the same Northerners. Look at how silent they are. They are not dragging with anybody. They are not saying anything with anybody. They are just waiting until the swearing in day. Even the day he came back, how many Yorubas were there? You understand? So most of them are waiting after the appointment. They will raise issue of
raising hell. You are right.
Thank you. And that is where they are going to know that the Tinubu appointment is also the Northerners appointment as is the Northerners presidency. An average Northerner is not going to tolerate what happened in Buhari's government, in Tinubu's government.
No,
use, for instance, Jonathan's.
Never.
Thank you. For instance, Jonathan's government. Why did all of them protest and move around with coffin in the country? Because there were kidnapping in some states in Nigeria. Today, the kidnapping has increased. The numbers has increased. Even in Abuja, they kidnapped 29 people from a village in the capital city. And Northerners are not saying anything about it. If it happens in Tinubu's government, then Nigeria will catch fire. You understand? So the issue of people celebrating, I'm not bothered. I wish they could go ahead and celebrate more. And for the Igbos, the saboteurs, people like Okorocha, Ozodema, and all that, I don't want to say anything about them, because they are going to learn their lesson. It have already started. They are going to learn their lessons. They killed so many people just to be indulged in this APC activity and all that.
To have a seat at the table, but yet they still don't give them any respect. Well, time will tell.
Not at all. Nobody sees their face. Look at Okorocha. Okorocha has been hidden for a very long time. Today he's coming out to see if they will recognize him. But at the end of the day, I'm just sitting back, watching everything, just like I will always follow your program and watch you analyze them, just the way they do their things. And the stupid ones we sit behind and praise them and all that. My fear is the terrorist that is taking over Nigeria. Maiyegun, I want to tell you something.
Tell me.
You see what is happening in Africa today, all the coup that is happening in Africa, both Sudan, both Togo and all that. All these places that is having crisis. It all started from Nigeria. These people were looking up to Nigeria. Today, Nigeria does not have a say in Africa. All these things can happen when Obasanjo was in that seat. He can only make only one call and put the country in order. But Buhari don't have a say.
You remember that Sao Tome and Principe leader that was in Nigeria one time, and he got overthrown.
Yeah.
And Obasanjo just told them that he's sending him on the plane back to the country, and they must not stop him from entering the office as the president. And that's what happened. Obasanjo sent him on a presidential plane from Abuja, and they landed in Sao Tome, and they're like, all the coup plotters, they just disappeared. I'm not joking, for real.
Of course.
That was
today,
I'm just trying to back up what you said. That was when Nigeria had something similar to leadership. Not anymore.
Thank you. When other African countries was looking up to Nigeria, today these people have messed up Nigeria. Nigeria does not even have a say in Nigeria, talk less of in other African countries. You think they are not watching us? They are watching us. They are seeing all this mess, and they are following the footsteps of what is happening in Nigeria. And I promise you, more and more is going to happen this year and years to come once Nigeria remains like this. So I
thank you so much.
Yeah.
For being part of this. So let me take another one too.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You are like another sharpshooter. I mean, I love these people. Whenever they bring all the ideas in after I've spoken, makes it more interesting. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello. This is Joe Akinola.
Sir Joe.
Nice to.
Sir Akinola, you changed number, ni? Abi, what happened? It's like you are using two phones.
Number 4 now. Number 4.
That is very unusual. Anyway, how are you, sir?
I'm on my diet. 4 or 5 at the same time.
Osita has about 3 numbers. And he will be I think he'll put the phones in front of him, and he'll be dialing all of them at the same time. So when one drop, another one is ringing. When that one drop, another one is ringing, and all of that. That's how he got in all the time. People think that I select calls, but they don't know that a lot of people actually put in so much to get in. So, sir,
absolutely.
You are live, please.
I just want to, it's great to be talking again on the Temple of the Truth.
It's a pleasure, sir.
It's always my view that the top 3 candidates in the last elections were all corrupt in a way.
Okay.
And when you look at Nigeria, I'm sure some people will not agree with that.
But I always say the truth. We should have known you by now.
As I perceive it.
You will speak your mind.
Yeah.
And then you will go. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Go on, sir.
As I perceive it. In Nigeria, the level of corruption that is embedded, both, when I hear people shout of one of my university person was shouting about rigging, this APC rigging, and I know this guy, how he sorted lecturer throughout his university. Is that not rigging to start with? In essence,
so your corrupt party is complaining about rigging, and you are like, no, you shouldn't be the one. Okay, I'm with you.
So the reality in Nigeria is that I always tell people, you have a bag of orange, you pick one. Atiku is a looter, Tinubu is a thief, Obi is a scammer. So it's everyone you pick, they are rotting. So if you are not dealing with a bag of orange anymore, you are dealing with a bag of rotten orange. Until in our individual life, we start changing as well, we are never going to get good leaders. Look at the shades of leader we've had. Obasanjo, we know what he did. only maybe this guy Yaradua that we could not actually say that was very, very corrupt
he didn't
in
live
a way.
to probably do it much for him to be kind of a judge too. Yeah. How they follow, sir? I'm following you.
So the reality of what we say, even most of these Gen Z that are shouting here and there, most of them are Yahoo plus guys in essence. So, give me a break. Nigeria, we know that country cannot succeed. We need our country to separate so that everybody can go their own way. That is the only solution on the table. Any other thing, let the Supreme Court now declare who is a winner so that you are going to be happy. That is not going to save Nigeria. If the Supreme Court retains Kolu, it's not going to save Nigeria. No. If Atiku is asking for a rerun of election, none of them is ever going to save that country. Until we start celebrating the real heroes of freedom, people like Kanu, people like Igbo, these are the real people of heroes that are fighting for our freedom. Not Obi was governor for 8 years. I am with Shemkuti on this. Shemkuti showed his Twitter when Obi was governor. How a lot of people were saying this man is bad, is worse, is this, is that. Right. I'm not saying that if that is enough reason for him to be cheated out of the election. I'm not supporting any rigging and all that kind of stuff.
Without ignoring the legality done. Okay, I'm following you.
Yes, I'm not excusing that. I'm not excusing that in essence. But I know for sure that none of them was the people, the top three, was the solution to Nigeria's problem in essence. And I saw a lot of obedience blaming Omowole. I know it couldn't win Nigeria. Nigeria, we are so corrupt, and we should start taking responsibility instead of diverting our attention to one single guy. Do you know that if they maintain the structure in Nigeria and Kolu leaves, I can give you 100% guarantee it's going to be replaced by another corrupt guy.
Of course, they have thousands already on his trail, so nothing changes. Just the name.
It's just like Ibadan. You know the person who is next. You know the person who is next. So in Nigeria political structure, we have chains of corrupt leaders that are going to take over from one another. And the same story that our grandparents told, same one our father are telling, and the same one we are saying now, the same one our children will say if we don't break that corrupt structure in the country and let everybody go their own way.
A cycle of madness, catch-22.
So yes, for obedience, kudos for what you did. I think Obi ran the best campaign in the election. But I knew that is going nowhere in essence. And what will I say about Kolu? He outsmart all of them in a corrupt way, like Nigeria way, in a way. We have Atiku, who is also very bad in running every election, maybe until 100. He will continue to run to the president of Nigeria.
Anyway,
so but the reality.
Yeah, let me take another one. Like we always manage the time as well. Thank you very much. You've dropped.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You should expect the reactions.
Thank you very much, General. Yes.
You should be used to the reactions anyway. Every time you drop that, people are always going to respond. Here is another caller on the line.
Maiyegun, my man, talking, how my people now?
We there, yeah, Baba. We no run, we still there, we full ground.
The general of Igwe. Now what you do?
Oh God. Anyway, so how your side? How you doing?
I'm fine, totally fine. Beautiful, Baba. You know, I always say my own, get Nigeria, divide it into 7. Let us have united Nigeria. People who, all this article, Obi, my brother, all this, we will not be talking about all those things. But there's one thing I always see in our life. Swearing is Tinubu is 50-50, I always say it's 50-50. You know, it's 50-50. Buhari may change tomorrow, we are khaki. He's the commander-in-chief of army forces. And nothing will happen in Nigeria.
Wow.
You know, he can wear khaki tomorrow, say, all this thing, okay, let us settle, let us. If you wear khaki, nobody queries him. He's commander-in-chief.
Yeah.
He's commander-in-chief. He's commander-in-chief. He will throw all the constitution, throw it out. He's commander-in-chief. Nobody queries him. Yes, he has the power.
That actually will stand up and say, "May Buhari continue, even if it's illegal." Sure, you know. I know people will go talk and they go fight and they go tell you, say, because, you know, but you are right. It's mad.
But he's a commander-in-chief because Nigeria is a lawless country.
It is a lawless place.
Yeah. Because I know in abroad, somebody who carried that is somebody who is sick here. Yes, I did say,
yeah, Baba, continue.
I did pray make all of them the youth will do, because I always telling them, you see this thing they are doing now, they are if they don't care, as you know, I always like to go and play former governor Donald Duke what he said, and I see that I listen to what that man said, Donald Duke. These boys have nothing to lose. And people never get it. These boys you are seeing, they have nothing to lose. They may decide, okay, if you can do this, let us do it. And now let me go to that other than Apapa. Apapa, you see,
in the next few days, it go make announcement. Everybody go say lie. But now later they go no say more. People dey behind them, that's when they push. Like seriously.
No. You know, you see that way they push. You go push and go. But for B, because I have read and I met people, some legal people who knows it. That one is but that Apapa, you know, if you walk. Like, that Apapa, the way they go drop them when the time comes. You saw those who when they shout Tinubu, drop it for Femika, all of them, he will drop them. I'm telling you.
And he go try to okay. If like say yourself don't become one of those where we say maybe Tinubu said go shock a lot of people just to win a lot of people by dropping some people that they consider demarketing him. Like and the way you talk, and then you just bring people where we say, well, I think I like her now, something like that. So you are expecting some shit.
And another thing I'm expecting, if I say this, people may feel attacked, but I'm seeing it. He may be, if he succeed, the swear I'm in, he may not leave that seat till he die.
No, you know they leave him now. You don't understand. People will know him very well. If you don't know Tinubu, now you go know him. If you're a generation that didn't know much about him, right? Now you will know him. Like the moment they are counting days, they want him to be sworn in. When he's sworn in, now they ever go understand why they want the election to be determined by a court before swearing in.
Yes.
Sure you get. So I did with you on that one. You know they come out to work. I'll tell you another one.
You know come on.
I'll tell you another one. I'll tell you another one.
Yeah,
one of these people told me. They said, you know, a lot of people have impression that Tinubu know well, and the Hausa Fulani are intentionally pushing him so that when he get there and something happened to him, Shetima could just be president. I said, this is Tinubu. Shetima look well, nothing do him. Now he dey okay. Now Tinubu no dey okay where you dey see Abi. Now when Tinubu be president, now then you go no say even Shetima fit go missing. Yetunko. That you no see Shetima again. They go see what happened to Shetima. Yes, now accident he climbed camel for Dubai, and before we know it, carry and come out. By the time we go see her, Shetima don't go. Maybe they go bring another vice president. Now then you go know Tinubu. Say Tinubu fit change vice president as many times as he want, and he can do it in a way that even the North go run, go fear. But so they say that one no be now on our olden days. This Tinubu no get sense again. I said, okay, una go find out. Give it time.
But the only fear I won't get, if you meet Tinubu now, you get some fear because you get people where they just they look.
Now the only fear Tinubu get be that made them no change their mind May something no pop up. May they go see me, they no swear at
No.
me. Now waiting me.
You see those people, you know, that always tell people, there's a vacuum. You see that vacuum? On that swearing day, anything will happen.
Yeah.
Because you can say the way somebody tell me, and those people, and those generals, they are not smiling. They don't want to talk. They just they look. They plan what they plan. Just they plan up.
If
you come to work,
they believe that kind of thing because people they talk more. Because even me, they believe say the general, the army in Nigeria, they no respect them. But Baba, I can't go get a second thought. I can't realize say some of you they refer to the Nigerian army where you know. You don't forget, say this one a Boko Haram army, compromised already. Majority of them are now just wearing that uniform. They are politicians too. They don't see money. It don't turn to business. They don't fight war. They don't fight terrorists. Now business now.
Yes.
So you get. So Tinubu na drug dealer. Now dealing they make people. So if general see deal, una go they surprise the level where they go take protect them. That's my own theory.
Not only that. Yes, not only that. You know, you see, you see, in army, there's somebody that control army.
Okay.
There's somebody that control army.
You think so, Abi?
Yeah, there's somebody that and they know the person control them. He's a retired general, and they listen to him a lot.
Okay. Well,
but you know, they listen to.
You see all of these things that we are talking about. Yeah, some people are actually praying may no happen at all. Say if Tinubu no be president, we're not going to talk about who go be the chief justice, who go be the army, who go do this, who go do that one, because it's just kind of.
Yeah. Can you believe, by now, you cannot say this is going to be a minister.
Well,
this is going to be, because all of them.
No, it don't they now. They go soon, they make announcements now. In these coming days, they go announce some appointment. You go to hear them soon. They don't take ground. They don't take ground now. As it be so, the only prayer, the only fear with Tinubu camp have, that's why they will do everything. About 8 years, they don't wait for this time. They will do everything, even if they have to go and start licking the ass of Buhari like this every morning. They go do them. Maybe in 29 just come. May Attorney General, Chief Justice just say, I do solemnly swear. Now their film starts. So more wait.
No, that when Nigeria go understand.
That everybody go understand.
Baba, thank you, my brother. My regards to the family. Thank you
so much. Okay, bye. I'll take another call. I have another call on the line. Hello there. Yes. Cough it out. You are live. I've already connected the call. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. I'm very happy to connect with you, sir.
I am very happy that you made it through, sir. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Please, go on.
Yeah, please. I want to say something, but I want it to be confidential, and I want everybody to listen.
Please.
I swear with my life, I'm a military in Nigerian army.
Oh, brilliant.
So, see, I want all your audience to listen to me.
Yeah.
But what I would like to say, in fact, in sorry Yoruba, because you move me, if they can't track me, because I want to be.
Okay.
In Nigeria.
May I interpret? So go ahead, yeah.
I can interpret, yeah. Sharing Nigeria. Nigeria, why? Nigeria is bad body. Especially àwọn ọ̀gá tó jẹ́ general, àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ ọlọ́pàá tó jẹ́ kíyàn, wọ́n ti ra gbogbo wọn. The best thing tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nigeria ni ká pín. Mi ìfẹ́ dárúkọ mi, I would not like to mention my name.
Right.
But Ọlọ́run mọ̀, God is my witness that I'm a military in Nigeria. Even I send message to you. Mo send message to you, no DM me. Pé mi ti ready to where Louis sílẹ̀ iṣẹ́ sílẹ̀, because any moment from now anything ló lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà yìí. Oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tó ń lọ lábẹ́nú tí mi gbọ́dọ̀ máa fi òyìnbó sọ lórí security.
Wọ́n
ti ra gbogbo àwọn tó jọ̀gá, wọ́n ti ra everybody. I am telling you this. Wọ́n ti ra wọn The only thing in Nigeria and pé ká máa gbàdúrà everybody dey fight pé ká pín. Sí kò sí solution kan. Gbogbo even anybody sọ̀rọ̀ sí wọn á gbówó fún general tí general kan bá sọ excuse me please. Tí general kan bá fẹ́ mess up tàbí fẹ́ ṣe anything kù báyìí wọ́n máa gbé billions money. So they will destroy everything. They will buy you, can't people see anything. But you got 2 billion, about 10 billion. Will you see anything? You can't see anything.
Just keep quiet.
Our Malayan, what then see our Nigerian army, some military, we are very, very daft. Even some police in Nigeria. What can we see our junior police and junior military? What can we see Nigerian? Could you believe our army to Maduguri? One mass barrier non ṣe fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ bí pé àwọn ní Boko Haram. There has been mass barrier for so they just leak síta. 10 military will die, they will put all of them in a hole. So they call it. Most of the messages already DM money. Maiyegun General, please read this message. Money Mufet King Kuro Nigeria can help me because I've been trying to leave this country, but àwọn èèyàn olódùkú yìí náà ni but àwọn tó súnmọ́ mi àwọn tó jẹ́ elédè kejì wọn wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ níbi ẹni ẹ̀kọ́ gbọ́n nǹkan tí mo sọ mo ṣe sọ Yorùbá. I was supposed to
speak sọ̀rọ̀ jù so that àwọn tó ń gbọ́ voice yín wọn ní padà wá lọ recognize ẹ̀ but ìtẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ àti ti sọ ó ti yẹn ń sìn mo get ẹ̀ nípa ti personal message yẹn ìgẹ́tà síbi tó fi jẹ́ pé mo fi ń miss and all of that ẹ̀ ti get ń sìn but what I'm gonna say ni pé màá lọ kà wọ́n messages yẹn it's about to grasp on it I will respond.
Voice ni because mo block ẹnu mi and I change my voice. I've changed my voice.
Fair enough now. So well I will catch up on that message ó ti yẹ yín sìn and then we'll see what happen ṣó ti yẹ yín we'll see what happen and that will be a contact.
Sacrifice all the ọlọ́pàá àti military in Nigeria, nothing more. So the best thing for us to just divide and everybody should go on his
yeah, thank you so much, Baba. Let me quickly interpret that for my listeners and then my next caller. Hello there. Do you mind hanging on for me for a minute? I want to quickly
all right.
repeat what that caller said. So my caller, the last caller who spoke in Yoruba, decided to speak in Yoruba. According to him, he's a member of the Nigerian military. He's a soldier. And he attested to the fact that their leadership, the leadership of the military in Nigeria is compromised. There are many there are generals who have already been paid. And it's pretty much about what they can get from the whole system. So if you think they will speak or speak out or anything that they are seeing or witnessing in the army, they won't. So you can forget and ignore anything or expect expecting anything from them. And he personally wants to speak to me something more personal, where he said he would love to leave the job and then leave Nigeria because he believe that they are just sacrificing them as just like, pawn in the chess table where they're like just killing them when they send them into harm's way without the adequate protection. And he also said that, could you believe it, that Nigerian soldiers are being buried in shallow graves, now given the proper national burial that you say a soldier, which is a property of the government of Nigeria, in order to hide the number of soldiers that are dying in the hand of the terrorists. So they are giving them mass burial. Imagine you joining the military and you are being buried in a shallow grave, that you are unmarked grave, your family, your relatives, your sacrifice for Nigeria, all gone. So he wants to leave Nigeria. And I know there are friends of mine that can actually make that happen for him. It's just that, we just don't know who to believe and trust anyway. So yeah, that's why he said he's tired and he believed there is nothing, that the only solution he see in Nigeria is for everybody to break up and go their separate ways. His belief. My caller. Hello there.
Yeah, hello, Maiyegun. How are you today?
I am very well. Thanks for asking. How are you, sir?
Yeah, good. Great. This is Comrade calling from Richmond Island.
Great. Comrade from Richmond. Sir, please.
Yeah, Maiyegun, I know you're you're an intelligent person. I know that. Because I've been following your program, at least for now, 8 years now, 8 good years. And to God be the glory. You understand? We've moved around the world. We've seen different things. Yes. I remember I was in Nigeria 10 years back, which I moved around, traveled to Abuja, Lagos. And Maiyegun, sometimes when people say something, you understand, we try to understand where the person is coming from. Yeah, the context, you understand? We do respect to, do respect to everybody because we want the country to move forward. That is why we believe in you, we trust in you, and we know that if you have anything against any politician, the way I know you, Maiyegun, Omo Dogbolu, you will speak out.
Just the same way I say
you won't hide. You won't hide that person.
No.
So what am I trying to say?
Yes, sir.
You see, I whenever I come around, I base in Asaba. Right. Then sometimes I take flight to Lagos or Abuja. Okay. And at that point in time, when P2B was the governor of Anambra State, let me now tell you, because a lot of people doesn't know all these things. He was the only governor then. He will come from Oka with 2 of his aides. He will board a commercial flight with some of the passengers. Who is the only thing that happens that he sits in the front in the aircraft. Right. You understand? Right. 2 of his aides. But other governors will go with a private jet plane or chartered plane.
Yes.
Go and verify this. You understand? And if you look at Anambra State that time, what was their GDP? What was their turnover? How did they get from Abuja? It's not even up to Delta State. Delta State was the richest state then, even till now. But at that point in time, we started shouting, what was Delta State doing with our money? If Anambra could improve to that level when P2B was the governor. Do you get what I'm trying to say now?
It was that impressive that those of you in Delta started probing your own government, what they were doing with your money. If Anambra with small money could be doing that. I remember that time.
I've moved around, so we don't need to be biased of anything. You understand? Engineer Akiola, if you are saying that, okay, this one is a scammer. If you have something, don't say what they say. Go and verify. We are too big for all these things.
I know.
Go and verify and check what this person is. Let me tell you something.
Tell us.
When P2B came on board as a governor, he went to the church service. An old woman said, look at him. You are in the church, but you are owing us our salaries, pension. Do you know what he did?
What did he do?
The following week, he summoned every people involved. And since then, he started paying people their money. Since when it was still a governor, he never hold anybody penny. Even the pension.
True. It never hold a pension or salary or anything for his period. You're right.
Yeah. So, you see, we want Nigeria to move forward. Okay, look at, we're talking about Tinubu today. If we don't have evidence or what Tinubu has done when he was in Lagos State, we won't have been saying all these things.
No.
What we want is for Nigeria to move forward. If you have anything against anybody that is true, say it, because we need to move forward. Look at Anambra State. Anambra State education before they were 26. But the guy came on board. Very simple. All the senior prefects has his numbers. All the head prefects.
Direct to you.
You understand? So he communicate with them directly. Because, before, if you want to give a school money, it will go through some ladders. Commissioner, this, that. Maybe you want to give like 10 million direct. Before you get to that school, it will be 1 million.
It's already almost.
You understand? But now the money goes direct to the school. You understand? And you ask yourself again, look at this election now. He says he's not going to give anybody money. But what happened? He came top, but people are not resting. If it's true, genuinely, that he came third, a lot of people will have hands up. But the same people that said they came first, they are still shouting. They are still shouting. People voted for him. Like I said, do you know what I throw? Because I speak in radios, in all these stations. I said, if anybody knows that he has what it takes, he's competent, he's not corrupt, you understand? He has what it takes. What do you do? Go to any party that does not have any name and see if you're going to strive.
If you
and see if you're going to strive.
No, that one, we need to. That's exactly what they are trying to water down. What did he do? What is
do you know what it means?
But they actually know what he did. Nobody, not even Tinubu.
Do you know what?
Not Atiku, nobody.
I bet with my life now, Maiyegun. My money, I will put it on bets. And to buy anybody that can do that, go to any party.
10 months to election.
That is not recognized. 10 months to election. It's because P2B has what it takes. Character, competence, ability. Those are the things we look at. You understand? And like it's all like what we're trying to do now. Let me tell you something now. You know, people we that have dual citizenship, let me just put it that way. You would think that okay, you will come and you put your passport. Okay, you have a passport. You are not using Nigerian passport. Your name, after accepting Nigerian passport, your name, that's your name. You understand? Let's remove Nigerian passport now. You're having another foreign passport. That's your name. Yes. I don't want to. You understand? You will stay affecting us somehow, sometime later.
Yes.
That's why we don't know the danger of what we're looking at now. You understand? You look at what you are saying now. The so-called some selfish Igbos. Look at going there. They look at Kalu. Look at what he has done. Look at Okorocha. Okorocha that was supposed to be in the prison. Oh, do you know? Let me tell you something. Let me give a national. Before I became a governor, I used to admire him a lot. I admire him a lot. I thought he has something. You understand? My father-in-law was the chairman of that local government of where Okorocha was. You understand? He became the governor. You know what he did?
What did he do?
He just embezzled every, the land, everything to his pocket. I was shocked. I was shocked the way I always respect him. Look at Okorocha's value today compared to the way people respect him before.
Back then, you are right. You know what some people said? Some people said that if people think, for example, they say if people think this is big, this is all about is because Obi is Igbo. That is why people are giving him this attention. They said, bring another Igbo man out and make him the presidential candidate of APC. Bring another Igbo man out. Make that one presidential candidate of PDP and bring Obi out. Then you realize that it's not because of Igbo. That is Igbo.
And almost they will fail woefully. Maiyegun, you can't hide what you don't have.
No, you can't.
Do you understand what I mean now?
What you don't have.
You can't give what you don't have.
Like a smoke.
Character.
You can't cover it.
Yes. You can't cover it. It's what you have you give out. You understand? So that is why P2B is striving.
I know. Comrade, thank you.
Do you understand what I'm saying now? So please, always try. You be a positive person. You understand? When someone says something, try and ask the person, do you have evidence? Do you have this? You understand? So we can move forward.
You know why I don't always do that? Is this. I have something called, because usually people will know what is right, okay? So I have something called that you own your view. And I don't want to try to convince you from that your view. I can start agreeing with you, even if that your view is so wrong. It's not in my place to make you feel uncomfortable. You get that? You know why?
I know.
Somebody
I know you can. What I'm saying, you won't put it straight.
No, hang on. Somebody like you, because I know that someone like you will come on later to come and put the record straight, and that will be your own view too. The reason is because, see, Baba, sometimes you can let people. They say sometimes that when people keep their mouth shut, they let us maintain every doubt of. You can pretend that somebody is intelligent if they keep their mouth shut. You can think somebody is a good person when they keep their mouth shut. But when they speak, you get to know who they are. And on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I think you should just let everybody speak, because at the end of the day, you're right. Yeah, I can add the extra info to say that information is not right.
You're right.
Do you get that now? But why you are
look
making
at
them...
look at
go on, sorry.
Look at Cross River now. People that are sweeping their 8,500 for months. Cross River, 8,500 for months. And some of them have, families, 5 children, and the same people ruling us will now come and campaign and give them 1,000 to 2,000, and they will start supporting them. Can they do that in UK? Can they do that in Canada? Can they do that in US? If you hold person just for 1 week, you don't pay the salary, you are in trouble. You know the way the system works.
I do.
So how can we be behaving like animals? That people holding you months now come and campaign that you should vote for him, and you stupidly, you and Akila and Sono, what are we talking about? Nigeria need to wake up, because if you don't speak the truth, Maiyegun, let me tell you something now. You see, we've got it to a stage because the mistake our forefathers did, because they failed to speak. You understand? But when you start speaking now, you understand, it will change the system.
No, it will, because it will change the people's understanding of the system. And if they know better, they are likely not going to repeat the same mistake again. That's why we can't stop talking. Comrade, my time is so up, sir.
Okay, all the best.
So much.
Thank you. Okay.
I love doing my program on a note like this, where people actually make logical submission and they never miss any shot. So thank you for being that person, comrade.
All right.
You should have a good evening. Okay. My regards to our people in Richmond.
Okay.
Say me well to them. And good night, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. So this is where we're going to draw the curtains. My time is so up. 3 hours is up. And then if you're watching this, if you're going to watch this later, there are going to be a premiere version in the morning. And there's going to be a replay later in the afternoon. And to everybody who, my friend who advised that I should cut the video, don't gather. So I'm going to work on all of that, and everybody who is, all your opinions. But today, if you joined us later in the evening and you didn't start with us from the start, I advise you should watch this from the start. That's how you're going to get the context of what we discussed. So I want to say thank you once again to all my new subscribers and followers and friends all over the world. I say thank you for all you do. Because you do say that to me too. Maiyegun, thank you for all you do. We will continue to thank ourselves, because that's how we do it. We build ourselves. So thank you for the support. Continue to subscribe, and get as many people as possible to hear this message. So thank you. I am going to see you some other time, okay? As their politics happen, we document them in the diary. That's what we do. I will see you again when I see you.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì í o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.